What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. We are totally right on time. I was absolutely prepared for this. Welcome back to another episode of the Aggressively Average Angler podcast. Tonight we are voting. We're voting on stuff. I think we're doing a bracket series. We haven't done one of these in a while, have we?
It's been a hot minute.
I mean, I'm excited for it. It should be a lot of fun. We'll let the chat room get loaded up before we do any voting. But tonight we want to actually kind of revisit the Yak Off Awards. So we've had Keith on from Kayak Angler Mag before to talk about this. Well, we were actually in talks to get some of the folks that participated in the Yak Off Awards. And if you're not familiar with what we're talking about, just head over to kayakanglermag.com or Google search carefully Yak Off Awards. And you will come up with this. But they actually did a full 16 seed bracket of anglers that have really cool, like custom tournament rigs. And I'll tell you, we looked at all of them. They're kind of insane. And our goal tonight would be to just revisit, take a look at them. We'll cast our votes. We're keeping the same bracket. So it's still going to be the same person head to head. And we're curious, like, will it play out differently? Is there something at play with how this was presented with Kayak Angler Mag? Or, do some of these underdogs stand a chance now if we recast our vote? So it should be a lot of fun tonight. If you guys haven't been to a bracket series in the past, we basically just put stuff up on the screen. We talk about it. You vote on it. Your vote is what counts. So, this should be, let's get the energy up. Let's get rolling. What do you think, Paul?
Well, I think we got a couple other things too, because it's very possible that we will be in this bracket with some of our builds, which would be interesting to know, because Jeff and I were talking about this, and I was like, you know what? Let's do a little recon here and figure out what are the commonalities between the winners, and how can we like rig the system a little bit and be like, okay, this is what people like. Maybe I'll switch my rig up a little bitty bit here, and then we can like play it. We got to play to the audience, man. You got to play to the voters. Like I'm in it to win it. So we're going to check that out too. And, I think honestly, it's just a lot of fun. I want to get some cool ideas. See how we might perform. And like Jeff said, I'm super interested to see the way I filled out the bracket. I did it where I have the whole filled out bracket thus far. And like Jeff said, we're going to kind of compare and see like, how does our little corner of the internet vote compare to the total? Do we have Chaz tonight? Is Chaz MIA? Are we going to be able to do votes?
Chaz doesn't have power anymore.
Oh, no. Power is super important when you're trying to do electronic stuff.
Kind of a big deal. So we might have to call an audible and figure that out. We'll see.
We can have everyone type in chat, and I'm not going to be able to manually count, but I think we're going to get I think we'll be able to distinguish this one just from the comments. I think that's how we're going to have to do it, unless we don't have voting buttons in StreamYard.
Nah, I'll figure it out. Just ask a few questions. Give me a second.
I can figure All right, my first question, can we do this or not? Just kidding. All right, so I do have a question for you guys right now, and it does relate to, well, first of all, before I get into Q of the D, let's get into a couple of news and noteworthy. So, first of all, KS, I don't know if you guys knew this. If you were with us last week, you would remember, but the Kayak Adventure Series, which Jeff was able to go to last time, I was not. We are setting aside time September 12th and 13th in Franklin, PA. That is I believe it's the last stop, if not the second to last stop on the tour. We will be there. It's good. I'm really excited for it, actually. It should be a lot of fun. And it's actually, weirdly enough, Columbus is like 2 hours further than Franklin, PA. I always think Pennsylvania is like on another planet, like it's a 9-hour drive. It is super. It's like going to Traverse City, Michigan. It's like going to Northern Michigan. It's super close. So we also have some cool people out there that we are friends with, and I'm really excited to hook up with Drew Gregory and the crew, as well as a bunch of other people that we know and like to hang out with that are going to be at that KS series. So that'll be a lot of fun. You guys should join us if you're in the area. It's going to be a good time. So that is a big one. Also, the shirt / decal that we made of Should Have Bought a Kayak is on the website. It is live and it is hilarious. And I still think about that man, the poor soul on that t-shirt / decal every time I think of somebody with a bass boat filling up for gas. So yeah, those are on the website. Go check them out. And if not, great. Our next members only live is going to be May 13th. which is coming up a lot faster than I thought. Every time we do one, I feel like we do the next members only like 2 days later. It's crazy. But then I start filling out the show notes. And I'm like, we had 3,000 things to update people on. So there's a ton going on the last month. And I'm excited to share some stuff with you guys on that one. And as always, we will do our schmivaways. That's code for giveaways. We do those for our members just to, again, provide that extra value, give you guys the cool baits and neat information. So if you're not a member, consider joining. You can join us on there. It's a ton of fun. We'll see you same Tuesdays, 8:15 p.m. Eastern, and it'll be May 13th. Okay, that's news and noteworthy. Let's get to the Q of the D. This one's interesting to me. I was thinking about this one last night. Oh, there it is.
Before you even say it, here's the should have bought a kayak, and I do actually have a decal as well.
The decal, dude.
We made a simple like little circle decal.
Insane.
Pull up.
Hilarious.
There you go.
Should we make it a square?
Nah, dude. Put the circle. You're gonna slap this on a bass boat. If you guys walk by a bass boat in at the ramp, right?
Yeah.
You want to not make friends? You slap this sucker on a trailer, dude. You put it on somebody's truck, your buddy's truck. Come on now.
Should it be an oval? I'm trying to think of like standard like decal shapes. This one's tough because it really is designed for a t-shirt.
Don't overthink it.
But says the guy who has to make it an oval on the website.
I'm not doing it. Chaz, where are you?
Yeah, no power, can't do anything.
Can't do anything. All right, so there's that, and also, in additional news, I'll do that first, and then I'll give you the other news. Sticky River Tom, our guy, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the super chat, dude. I'm running show here, baby. I'm running show. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes that Chaz normally does. But thank you so much for the super chat for $20. Really appreciate it. Wanted to thank you guys for answering my zillion questions as I finally got my first kayak. Congrats on the kayak, man. Hope you had hopefully you will have a great time. It's going to be awesome, man. Happy for you. Cool.
I'm happy. I am too.
I did figure out polls, so we are good for votes. I had to, Paul, in the private chat here on StreamYard, you can see the pop-out chat for YouTube. So I've got that pulled up, and in there you can make polls. So I can do that, or you can do that. Should be able to.
Both of us. Outstanding.
Outstanding. All right, you guys. Well, yeah, you know what? We need to load this room up, though. I need more people voting is what I need. So call your friends, call your friends, call your moms, your dads.
Definitely call your mothers.
Call your mothers. Mother's Day is coming up and very soon. So
you know what? We need to make this like a priority to remind all the audience of Mother's Day, Father's Day.
That's like our job now.
You know what I mean? Like Valentine's Day. Double check the birthday calendars, and we need to remind people because golly, when you forget Mother's Day, honestly, my heart plummets into right through the bottom of my shoes every time. And it's happened before. I'm a bad person.
Yeah. I mean, we all are bad at things sometimes. So, but yeah, don't forget your mom. She brought you into this world.
Keep the mothers in this. Don't leave them out of this.
All right, awesome. So anybody who's in here right now, do me a favor, share the link. Share the link. We need votes. Like we can't run a bracket without
I like
votes.
to see them pushing 100 on the voting buttons. Like if you're in here, you're pushing a button.
Exactly. So let's dive in. Let's take a look at a few of these rigs. We'll give the folks a minute to pop in here, shall we?
Oh, well, first before that,
okay.
Least favorite kayak feature. That's the Q of the D. So like when you're getting a kayak and you see this, you're instantly like, it gives you the ick. You're like, oh man,
ew, gross.
Come on. Like what is it for what's it gonna be?
Wait, standard feature?
It can be standard or added. I think it's either one. I was thinking standard because like there are times when I've seen things on a kayak where I'm like, I was gonna get that kayak. Now I am not.
Let's do both. We'll go standard, then we'll go like add-ons.
Your accessorize.
Okay, so standard included accessory or feature, quote unquote. I would say, honestly, for me, it's probably that flip up Old Town rudder. I know that works for a lot of people, but it bothers the ever loving heck out of me. Or the flip up rudder lever that was on the PDL series, the older one, not the Pro, where it was on top and it like flipped out and stuff instead of being on the side. Mega annoying. Did not like that. What about you?
Flimsy handles. When the handles are trash, when they're not molded, when they're not heavy duty, it gives me vibes that the rest of the kayak is going to be a problem. I'm like, oh, this is going to suck. I'm gonna hate
Yeah.
this. I already know it's cheap. Like it just, I mean, and for the real answer is seat, because that's basically how I make
Oh,
my
a bad
decision.
seat.
If the seat's not great, I'm 1000% out. It has no chance. None.
Yeah.
Zero.
Need a good
Zilch.
starter seat, or otherwise, like, I'm out. I'll agree with this one with Elliot too. Rear facing rod holders. It's not that I see it and I'm like, ew, no kayak. I just ignore them entirely. I literally don't think about them at
Those
all.
entirely.
I know they are for somebody. I absolutely know they are.
I was about to say the nice thing about them. So I think of New Canoe every time they're in there. I forget they're there all the time. The nice thing about that, when you buy a New Canoe or when you buy a Crescent,
yeah,
you're getting like a whole bunch of features included, which means, if you're not adding a motor and you don't need to add a motor immediately, you basically bought a kayak that is like ready to be fished out of very efficiently without adding anything. You can add things over time. And I think that has a huge value proposition that people they forget about it. They don't think about it. It's not
sure.
But now I've switched my mindset where I'm like, because kayaks are so expensive. And like when you put all the effort and energy and design into the hull, and then you add 2 or 3 things where you're like, you don't have to. That's a Yak Attack rod was like $50.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it's huge. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And so when they're included and you can get away with not buying a crate or extra rod holders for the crate, it saved you $100. It's like, okay,
I mean,
I'm cool with that. I don't hate it.
For those that troll, I think the additional rod holders are great. I think some people do like storing them in the rear facing like that. That's cool. Personally, like I like the idea of the rod deletes. You just like add the little cap over top of it, and then I believe Catch has this, and then maybe a couple other brands out there have it where it comes with a Mighty Mount bolt or track or like a mini track.
Yes. That's
so
Crescent
you can make use of the space.
All theirs, yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that's a better move. What about add-ons? Somebody like goes out of their way, buys this thing, puts it on their boat, and you're just like, but why?
Ew, nasty.
What would that be for you?
That's a good one. This one's way harder. It might be gigantic rod holder. I don't know why rod holders are so big. They should be tiny. I don't know why they're huge.
Like the bazooka tube.
I just don't understand it. I understand it when you're not a bass angler and you're trolling, catfishing, whatever. But I will say though, when I see this on like a nice kayak, it always bothers me. The gigantic crate.
Yeah.
Like massive 3-tier. I don't like it. It's just I don't like it at all. I have one now and I don't use it because it's so big. I took stuff off of it because I'm like, I can't handle it. Short stack is my absolute max, and with the risers, I'm like, oh, it's too big. Oh, I don't like it.
Speakers. And hear me out. We just got one from 2 of them that we're using.
I'm putting this on the inflatable when we go on the inflatable.
It's for the party tube, and it's not for fishing.
Kids,
it's not for fishing.
Yeah, I never listen to music when I fish.
No.
I will say this though. This is coming from lake anglers. If I was on the ocean, I would do this all day. I'd be listening to stories out there. I'd have my my books and stuff. Because like, what, you're gonna scare fish away? Like, no, you're literally just rolling around like trolling. Like, nah, bro. That's what. If I was walleye fishing, all day, all freaking day.
Yeah, I think just bass angling on lakes though. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the turtle box.
You're constantly doing stuff. But if you were traveling a lot, like you're gonna ride for 40 minutes. Yeah, I get it now. And like I thought of this because they have a giant version of this called the bazooka, which is crazy. It has like LED light bars on it and stuff. It's amazing. A guy had it on
mission. Let's go.
Yeah, dude had it on his like ocean rig, and he's like, I listen to it all the time. And I was thinking about, I was like, oh my god, that like is a game changer for a lot of salt anglers. Because like, what, you're pedaling for an hour to get to your spot, and then an hour back.
I can see that.
I'm in.
Right. The other one that I'm like in but not in on is phone holders. Like
I
have 4 or 5 of them. I have like the Ram, the Yak Attack. We just got the Yak Power one, which is going to be fun to try out. We've used the what's the Clipiani one that we use? The blue and black.
Oh, Quad
Lock. Thank you. I have the same one. You have it. Yep. Yeah, that one. So
I like this.
It does a good job holding the phone, but like even with us trying to make social posts while we're on the water, like I don't
I
do
did
it.
it for a month and I hated it. Just got in
Yeah.
the way. I will say this
Yeah.
though, the Yak Power one. So you guys have to hear me out on the Yak Power one, guys. I got a plan with the Smalley, which frankly I need to go get a flint so I can compare them. I
Mhm.
do. But with the Smalley, I'm gonna have it where the deeper sonar, because it draws off of Bluetooth, so it drains your battery pretty fast. I'm gonna have the deeper sonar hanging off the back, and then I'm going to have the I'm
Perfect.
I know I'm gonna have the Yak Power one phone holder, but it wirelessly charges, and I'm gonna have that charge via a Nakwa. So I should have essentially unlimited, battery for that super small rig, and it's gonna be super light. I'm actually pretty hyped on it.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Using it as like a sonar. If you were filming directly from your phone and you wanted like an option there, that's cool too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's
But it's not for me. No, I
mhm,
totally agree. In
yep.
principle, do not sign off on.
All right. So speaking of crazy rigs, let's dive into some,
Yeah.
shall we? Should we show them we'll show them the bracket first. I'm going to show you the bracket, and we'll actually start with the Yak Off bracket.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. So we'll show you like how. Oh wait, should we do that
No.
later? Okay,
No, we
okay,
show that
okay,
after.
okay.
We're gonna show the blank one now, and we'll go
Yeah.
through and then we'll look at all the rigs. And I think we'll
Okay.
do it like so the first one in the Northeast is Ethan Jett versus Steven Johnson. You guys will figure out who wins and stuff when we show you on the website, but we'll try to hide it as much as we can.
Yeah.
But this is the bracket in the West. So Ethan Jett, Steven Johnson, Austin Hoover versus Gerald Smith, Jake Suvak versus Dontrell Sullivan, and Chad Hoover versus Robert English. I know a decent amount, about 70% of these people. There's about 3
Yeah.
people in here that I've not heard of, which I think is super cool, actually. And I'm excited to look at their rigs and read more about them. So
Yeah.
should we just go straight to Ethan Jett versus Steven Johnson? And then we can open it up while we're discussing the rigs, and you guys get to vote based on
Yeah.
that.
All right. So I'm going to do the best I can with sharing these rigs by clicking through some of these pictures. So this is on this Ethan Jett is on the left and Steven Johnson on the right. So we've got Ethan has the
I'm going to get the
Ike
poll
edition.
going.
What's that?
I'm going to get the poll going.
Yeah. Can you set up the poll?
I got it. I'm on it.
Thank you. I can only do so many things. How does Chaz do this all? We don't know.
He's a wizard, Harry.
Yep. He's a wizard. All right. So first of all, Ethan Jett with the Ike edition, the all red Hobie 360. His trailer matching in red. Kind of clutch.
And so the Yakima rod holder on top, the
Yep.
angled one, that actually is super sick. That guy can carry probably 4, 8, 12 rods in all those. But I'm assuming he has stuff in the Yakima deal on top, and then 4 rods in each of the tubes. And yeah, the matching is pretty sick. And honestly, the Hobie 360 hull wise, it's one of the best layouts in the game. The layout on the Hobie 360 is insane, and the quality on everything except for the drive. Well, the quality on the drive is good until year 2.
Exactly. And if you guys want to watch any of their videos, so for the Yak Off Awards, all these guys made a boat walkthrough. So if you want, you can hop onto Kayak Angler Mag and take a look at some of those up closer. But yeah, so here, look at that scoop. Look at the reach on that scoop right there. Just
pretty legit
on a popper. I can see that popper right there. So yeah, looking at his rig, he has a friggin' gigantic custom crate. I think this bought him a lot of bonus points. On his crate, he actually can hold like 10 rods or something. It's
wild,
insane.
So is that crate like a tub that he has bolted on stuff to?
Yeah. So it's like just super long, covers up the whole tank
cool.
well.
It is the entirety of the tank well.
Yep. And the tank well on the Hobie 360, not small.
No, it's huge. Yeah,
so
I mean, the Newport 120 is probably is the only thing that's bigger.
Yeah,
the 120 Pro.
This is friggin' nuts, dude. so
he's running an NK 180, which I find interesting. That one is definitely 300 territory. He is running for the motor a Dakota Lithium 60 amp, which I mean he's packing some power. And then he's got 10 amp for the GoPro. Okay, cool. A lot of Dakota. Holy, he's probably got 1,500 in batteries, and he's got a 12 volt 20 amp Dakota for his fish finder. Oh, big mouth kayak crates. So this is not custom. I think it is something you can buy.
Oh,
That's kind of crazy. And then Lakewood
I
Sidekick
want it.
tackle box. I'm interested. What is that? That must be
The
his
sidekick?
side bin. He's got a different side bin, maybe.
No, that's the
That looks
Hobie
like the
bin right
Hobie
there.
bin.
Yeah.
I'll have to
I don't
look and
see the
see. I
side
want to
bin
watch
on
his
here, but
video.
yeah, it's pretty neat. So yeah, he's got all sorts of crazy stuff. The other thing about this
Garmin
with
93 SV. So that's kind
that's
of
the same
sick.
as mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing about these is like you can look at the stuff that they have right here. So
Yeah.
if you wanted like a big mouth crate, you could just hop onto Amazon and take a look at it. And I can tell you guys, it's $184. And also they put the wrong link on there because that's not. Oh, that's the
No.
side. Oh, okay. So the side tray, the sidekick tackle storage box, I think that's under his seat. I'm pretty sure it's just like plastic
Oh.
storage or something. But there's the Lakewood big mouth box. Yeah, 100. No, it's not even. They didn't link the right thing. Where's my big mouth crate? They didn't have a link for the big mouth crate. Whatever. I want it. I want to see what that's all about. But anyways, let's look
I
at the
like
other
that they
rig.
include the sponsors too. So they call it Dugout Bait
Mhm.
and Tackle, Hobie,
Yep.
Cigar, Torrent, all that kind of stuff. I think that's pretty cool. It gives everybody a really good chance to
Yeah.
sort of get themselves out there. You get your video. And I like that the videos are right up top. So like if you go to the top of the webpage, the very first thing you see at the landing
Yep.
page is the YouTube video for
Yep.
their submission, which I think that's pretty sweet. I like that.
That's neat. All right, so then we go to Steven Johnson with his new canoe because we got to actually move faster on these. But
I know.
homie's got an outboard. We got a
Oh, the
2.3.
23.
Yeah, that
Holy
is
smokes.
pretty nuts. So he's got it on what looks like a converted jet ski trailer, which is heck yeah, love that.
Wow,
You got
his
the
setup is a lot like mine, with the exception of the motor. Um, that's cool,
yeah.
man. Oh, I
So
love that vertical shot with the lights. Well done.
yep,
The shot of the interior of his must be the person
the
who
gear
made the
pod.
Yak Power photos, because I believe I've seen these before. They look exactly like the ones on the Yak Power website.
Oh,
That's
that's
pretty.
professionally done right
You
there.
see what I'm
That's for
saying? He
sure.
crushed it. So
So
he's running is that a U10?
no, this is unlimited.
Perfect. So he's got the 12-footer. He's got a Motor Guide
Yep.
XI3, a Honda 2.3 on the back. He's got the Lowrance Elite FS9. That's a nice freaking setup.
Yeah.
Yak Power 8 circuit, which we actually have in-house, and the lighting kit and the phone charger. We got all of that. So we're going to do some reviews on that for you guys pretty soon here. He's got the Lithium Pros. I have no idea. 33 amp hour battery sounds insane. I don't even know that's a thing. And then he's
Yep.
got the 100 amp hour Bluetooth battery. There's the fancy version. And then the new canoe gear pod, which totally makes sense, is a no-brainer. I'm surprised. Well, yeah, he doesn't even need the foot steering because he's got a friggin' he's got a monster motor on the back. That's a cool rig, honestly. That thing, I bet that thing shreds.
Yeah, he's got all sorts of Yak Power setups, all the lights. He's got the Yak Power phone holder on here. Yeah, this is honestly like other than the outboard, a slightly lighter version of how I want my unlimited to be. If I'm
It's
looking
definitely
at
a
it.
watered down version of Jeff's. It doesn't
Yeah.
even have a crate.
Yes, it's just a smaller crate, which is smart. I actually downsized my crate for my unlimited, so it makes sense to me.
Attaboy.
It's a clean setup, man.
It is really clean. He did a really nice job with
Yeah.
that. And he got a monster
Kudos
battery
to
in the front
both.
too. I like
Yep.
both of these. Jeff, which one would you pick if it was just you?
I mean, it's funny because like there's not a ton custom about these two. I like that he threw the outboard on the unlimited, but and I love the crate that Ethan Jett's rocking. I think that is kind of a really cool, unique feature on there. But there's not like anything really over the top, I don't think, on either of these. I would have more fun fish. I like the unlimited having both front and rear motor, and having the outboard on there I think is really cool. I'm probably going unlimited on this. I would go Steven Johnson, but
I was gonna say they're both great. I think
Yeah.
the trailer is what takes Ethan Jett off the top. I'm smelling a trend on trailer. I think trailer takes over the top for people. I also would pick the unlimited. I like I like both builds.
Mhm.
I mean, you swapping trolling motor for foot for pedal. I'm 100% going Motor Guide all day.
Yeah. So, all right. I like where we stand on this. However, chat is voting differently. So 63%,
Chat's like, no thanks, dude.
63% going for Ethan Jett, which I don't blame him, man. I think
No,
the
not
Hobie
at all.
pretty sick. And if you guys are just jumping in right now, we are voting on these rigs. We're re-rolling the Yak Off Awards to see if we get any different results. So you'll see if you're in chat right now that you can click to vote one or the other. So make sure that you guys are voting on those throughout the night tonight. We just got started.
We are done on that one.
It's good. All right. So Ethan Jett moves on. Guess what? He also moved on in the Yak Off Awards. So there you go.
I can't say I'm surprised. The matching I mean, if I was just looking at this as like a consumer and I saw the matching trailer Hobie, I'd be like, oh, that's sick. That's sick. And I see an absolute bathtub of a crate. Yeah, I totally get it. It makes tons of sense.
That's it. I gotta find that crate. That thing's insane.
We definitely need to get that one. We need to get that one in-house.
What was it called? The largemouth crate? Largemouth?
Jeff, there's a whole website devoted to it. I don't know if you knew that.
To the large? No, there's no link on Kayak Angler Mag. Trying to gaslight me, you friggin' jerk.
Maybe I will keep trying to do that. All right, next up we have Austin Hoover, which if you guys don't know, has been having himself a heck of a year on the fishing scene. He is crushing them. Versus Gerald Smith, who I'm sure is also having a bang up year.
Yep. So I am surprised that Austin submitted his bona fide P129 or PWR 129.
I think I know why.
I mean, I don't think he was done at the time with his XTR build, but now that he is, it would absolutely demolish this one. But anyway, so he submitted his PWR 129, and it's still an insane rig. It's actually the one we put on the thumbnail for this video. But yeah, just taking a look at this thing. So he's got the Motor Guide XI3 up front. He does actually have the Lowrance little compass guy, so that you have better GPS signal on that. And then he's got the puck. Thank you. He's got the dual screens, giant dual screens. The camera mount, the phone mount in the middle.
It's insane.
Did you see the double track pack? He stacked 2 track packs on the removable pod.
A couple things about Austin's rig that are very unique to me. This is just to me. One of them, if you look at his crate setup, I've seen this. This is one of my favorite things that I've seen him do. I really like this about his rig. If you look at his crate setup, he actually has 2 crates, and it's basically one for batteries, and it's kind of dual stage, so you can the lower ones in front and the larger ones in back. That creates a ton of flexibility in terms of having battery storage, but then also being able to just get to all your stuff. So one with the track pack, one with the short stack, one without. I really, really thought that was a great idea. Not something I've seen anyone do. And the PW 129, I mean, he has that thing loaded to the effing gills, man.
You can't load it anymore.
And I'll tell you guys too, that sidekick is a hack. I love that thing. That hack sounds bad. It's an absolute, it's a banger. I love that little thing. So, and then, having the dual motors, he is fully set. I mean, he's ready to roll, and he really does love the tall screens. So he's kind of like bass boat builder guy. He does a great job with it. I really like this build. Honestly, if we could get some sort of deal going with Bonafide, I would 100% be running a 129. That's probably the kayak that I think fits my style of fishing out of their lineup the best.
I'm not sure if I would run that one. I would probably run the XTR if I was on with them, but
I can't knock anyone for doing that at all. You just know me. I like a little pocket rocket. I like a little compact beast boy. That's right. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make fetch happen.
You're not gonna make fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen. All right. So there's Austin's rig. He's got all of the really cool accessories. He's got the side stagers for the rods there. His phone right by his seat. It's kind of clutch. I mean, it's loaded to the gills. You can't put any more into a PWR 129 this. Also, did you notice the power pole micro off the back? He did the extended stern motor mount. And it goes right through that, which is kind of nuts. So there's his, but we gotta speed up with this. So we got Gerald Smith. The other option here is another Hobie 360. There's quite a few in this lineup.
Holy smokes.
With the Hobie 360s. So let me see if I can get some pictures there. All right, so he is running a little custom steering triangle on his Newport, and he's got the NK300, the extension off the back there, the power pole micro through the middle of it, just like
his electronic. What in the world?
Trying to find the close
up. He's got a forward facing sonar. His electronic setup is might be the most intense one that I've seen yet.
Looks like he's got the 10 or the 12-inch screen on the Garmin, so he's running dual
I can look it up
Garmins.
for you. He's got the dugout captain's bridge. That's how he mounted those. I was really wondering. So he's got the LVS 34. So super nice forward-facing transducer. Holy crap. And then the GT 56 one. So that's the same one that I have. And he's got two 106 SVs. So he's got double what I've got on mine. And they are gorgeous. He's mounted them very well.
Yeah,
I
right there.
freaking love that. And he's got the fishing specialties, the same arm we had, but the new one, I think. And then he's got the Mariner Sales FPV powered distribution hub. So that's how he's getting his electronics distributed across the whole boat. I have not used those. I really don't know, but I mean, I'm sure they're great. I've never had have you had a bad experience with them? I loved my FPV when I had it.
I have not. I'm wondering if he did there it is. Yeah, FPV power was fine. I don't think I had any issues with that. Here's his little battery in the bucket up front. Forgot that I could just play this. There it is. This is what I wanted to see.
That's exactly what we did.
Yep. Here, I can actually. Boom. This is how we got to do this the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. This setup is insane. He's got an anchor wizard on there. This might be so far. I think Austin's is a little more creative. I think this one is decked out. The 300 on a Hobie Pro Angler is insane, but he doesn't have a trolling motor. That's why he didn't go over this. I go PWR over this all day. This is sick. It really is. And I mean, with the Hobie 360 drive, like you don't really need that as much. But
did you see his foot steering setup? So he's actually got the foot steering rails off the H rail, so up high on the Hobie, but the seat sits high, so it works.
I like the idea. Sounds horrible.
Yeah, the seat sits high. I think it works. Oh, you see snuck the little Busby in there. What? There, it's under the seat.
Man, this guy has got. This is probably Jeff. How much would you? Is this a $20,000 setup?
Oh, this rig is easily $20K. Just looking at the Garmin's alone, I can tell you this is $20K,
nuts,
dude.
Bro.
Then you got the NK300.
He did a great job with this build. This is a cool. Oh, that's awesome the way he's got that thing mounted.
The board.
This is a great rig. I love this. I love
board
this.
Is mounted off the H rail. Yeah, and then you notice he's got he put a spacer on the back of his Yak Attack Black Pack so that he could add 2 more rod holders to it, you guys.
My boy loves to carry a freaking arsenal.
I mean, if tournament's your game, do it. There's a little power bank.
3 batteries. Holy smokes.
Yeah, easily.
And he still has his paddles in there. I don't know what he's using that for.
Just in case, man. He's got 4 batteries, actually. So you have the FPV on the inside.
You're right.
You have the big battery in the bucket, big battery under the seat, and then the small battery off the back. All right.
This is a very, very, very tough matchup for anybody. This matchup is tough.
But not really, because in chat, we got 76% go to Austin Hoover over Gerald Smith.
What would you do, Jeff?
I don't love the PWR 129, so I would go with the 360 in this case. But this is the exact same boat that I had, and it kept breaking on me. But if I had multiple motors, I guess I wouldn't care as much.
Amazing.
Just put the spacer in the drive well. Not even.
I would probably. Austin's is a little crowded for me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't feel like I would
probably go with the Hobie. I would,
because even though he decked this out, like he's still got all this cockpit space here.
Tons of room. Tons.
Still a ton of room there. Empty. So yeah, I'm going with we're gonna vote against the actual standings of the Yak Off all night.
This is insane.
So we go, Gerald. All right, so chat, you voted. Austin Hoover moves on. Next.
Unreal. Next up, we have Jake Suvak against Dontrell Sullivan.
Oops. If anybody saw that, I gave away the
Wow. Thanks, bud.
They have the internet.
Joking. I know.
All right, so let's go to Suvak versus Sullivan. And here they are. I'm going to show the videos now. This would be for anybody watching.
What's going on, guys? My name is Jake Suvak.
Oh, yeah.
And so today I'm going
Jake
to take
did this in the snow. I remember seeing
Shearwater
this.
125.
He did his walkthrough
I'm in South Carolina.
So Jake is running a Vibe Shearwater now.
Upgraded fish finder.
I'll be honest, I haven't been excited about really
forward-facing
sonar.
All I'm hearing is him talking. You gotta pause it. I'm dying over here.
So,
wait, what? It should be muted.
All I can hear is his audio from your video.
Muted. The site is muted. Did anybody else hear the audio?
You think I'm making it
Can
up?
you mute the videos?
Like what?
That's weird. My site is muted. Now you shouldn't be able to hear them.
Right. Can you mute the videos? We got you.
Okay. That's weird.
We hear him. We do have Austin in chat. Yeah. We figured, buddy. We figured it wasn't done. But dude, honestly, the 129s that matchup is like impossible. Like that's a freaking coin toss. That's what's your favorite color? Do you like green or not? Like that's what it comes down to. That's a brutal matchup.
All right, so this should be muted now, but I'll just leave it paused and I'll just drag through it. How about
No, you're good. You're clean. We got it. You're good.
That's weird. I figured I could mute the site, but whatever. All right, so here is Jake and his setup. So he's got the Vibe Shearwater, and he is running the XI3 off the front, and I think we're going to see a ton of those on these setups.
Yeah.
Homie's got the sniper pole. Has anybody looked at
they're like $800? I can't believe that. I mean, they're very nice. But sheesh.
It's kind of ridiculous, man.
Now the Shearwater, I've seen him fish out of this, and he's a big guy. He's like Jeff size. I mean, he looks very comfortable in that kayak at all times. This seems like probably to me one of the more functional, like just truly like functional fishing kayaks. Like it's not bare bones by any means, but it is very efficient in the way it's built out. Like you look at how much room he has behind the seat where that battery pack is. Like it's and like how far the screens are, and they're low, they're out of the way. This is more about like how I like to do a kayak build but the only thing that gets me, and this was with the Vibes in general, that little cockpit thing in the center, I'm like, it just gets in the way. That's the one thing.
Yeah. I've never liked that that's what I should have said for the Q of the D today is like anytime there's that mid console up front that's like pre-included.
Unless it's way in the front like they do with the Bonafides where it pops out and it's kind of like way in the front, not in between your feet really. Yeah. I'm always kind of like, eh.
Or if I can get rid of it. So yeah, he really utilized this floor plan like really well, I think. He's got the dual batteries
in there. Jesus.
Well, yeah, because this one, for whatever reason, Shearwater has 4 rear-facing rod holders, so he's got 4 there. Unless he added those, I don't even know if he added those.
There's no way he added the second one that's behind it. It's too flush. There's no way. The angles would be all wrong. Would be shocked.
Wild. But anyways, so he's got those 4, and then he's got like 6 rods on the crate, and then he's got I don't know why his Plano's just sitting there up on top.
It's that huge.
Kind of. Unless he mounted it there. I kind of doubt that. It's just sitting it there. But anyways, lots of batteries in here. I mean,
he's got the power pole on the back. I mean, this is very like this guy knows. I'll tell you why I think this is efficient. I'll bet like this guy knows how he likes to fish. He's like, I need the front mount. I need the power pole. This is for me. I don't care about the rest of it. And he's rocking which battery? He's got to have a huge battery, I bet.
Yeah, I can't see what brand they are there. It's probably
well, you can if you scroll down. So he's got 2 Enduros on there. So yeah, he's probably got either 250s or I wonder if he's got 100s. But he's got them linked. You can kind of see that. So
power pole off the side, off the back is kind of cool.
I like it, man. I like it a lot. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the dude's a stick too, so that kind of helps.
Yeah, that is it's a clutch setup. I like that he didn't go with the biggest possible screens. He's got like the appropriately sized screens there. And then I always notice if you ever watch a Jake video, there's about 1,000 bottles of water and Gatorades in the back.
He's a hydrated fellow.
My guy stays hydrated. All right, so there's Jake. Going over the other one. I'm gonna mute it. Sorry, got to mute him right away.
I already like that I see snow on Downtrail Sullivan's video. The Autopilot 136. So this guy's got the Minn Kota built into the front, like from the jump. I love the way he did the lights. That they pop. They look really good on there when they're mounted up high like that with the swept upwards front portion of the Old Town.
Yep. So there's his nav lights right there.
Those one the giant redfish, bigger than me.
Autopilot motor. Looks like
Humminbird is monstrous. The Humminbird is huge. And you know how close that is to him when you sit down and that Humminbird is like right in your face?
Oh, yeah. Trying to get you. It doesn't look like he did like a whole heck ton to this thing.
That's the thing about this kayak. I've said it for a long time. He's got, holy crap, he's got a 100 amp, a 60 amp, a 30 amp, and a 19 amp. Oh my word.
There's the battery compartment is loaded.
Oh my God. This guy is like, I actually, See, again, this is like more my style. This is heavy duty, simple. It has everything you need, but look how clean his deck is.
Yeah, he's got the Railblazer for his forward-facing sonar.
Dude, that's clean.
Yak power switcher in there.
Look at his little toolkit that he's got set up in the pocket. He kind of moved everything out of the way and has that little pocket kit. Dude, that's kind of dope.
Yeah. I like it.
I like this. This is the one I would pick. I know I'm going to lose this one. I would pick this one for sure.
Oh yeah, the little extra cubby.
I gotta give everybody the ability to vote. Maybe I should.
Oh, you should probably do that. You should probably do your job. Chaz isn't here.
What do you think?
You're Chaz today. Chaz, post it.
I don't remember how to do it. Oh, it's because I switched off of you. I have to go back and be you on YouTube. Yeah. That's why it went away. Hold on,
dude. This his little catch holder here is pretty clutch. That's cool.
Oh, also, so a lot of people had that already. That's the third build this has been on.
Yeah, he maxed out the rod holders on this thing too. It's kind of insane.
He's got 8.
I think 10.
No
4,
way.
4, and
oh my god.
4. Oh my gosh, this freaking video. 4, 4, and 4. He's got 16, unless it's not on the other side.
That's insane.
Or 12. I can do math. Don't worry. He's got 12 on there. That's pretty nuts, man.
Dude, he crushed it. What a build.
Yeah, great build. High quality. Top
I need
tier.
to start pulling. Like, I feel bad because I think the first person's winning because we walk through their kayak and then the second person goes second. I think we need to do it in reverse where like we read.
Well, now you've done that. We just went through both builds. So go ahead and vote. What do you guys think?
It's already happening. Look, Dontrell Sullivan's taking over the world right now. I think that's what it is. Sorry, Wolf. Right. I didn't have the poll up. My bad. I would, if it were me, I would go Dontrell. I love this setup. And his is heavy duty, like very heavy duty rig. And I like where he has his net too, actually, because it creates kind of a problem having the motor right in the front there in the middle when it's not way out, like out of your boat. But he has so much space, he can just throw it right up there. I'm surprised he doesn't have rod stagers on the other side. The Yak Attack rod stager. It seems like it's begging for it, this setup.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'd agree. I feel bad for my guy Jake and my vote right now, but I'm going Dontrell because I think I'd be happier just period in the autopilot than I would be in the Shearwater. So there's my vote as well.
I've never been in a Shearwater.
Maybe we will be.
We might be, but people love that. Well, it won't be a Shearwater. It'll be a Vibe. It won't be a Shearwater.
Vibe Shearwater. It's a Vibe Shearwater. It's the same brand.
There's a no. We're not going to be in a Shearwater. It'll be a different kayak.
It'll be a Vibe though.
Yes.
I think there will be a Shearwater or two up on that trip though.
I hope so. I would really like to get in one.
I'm gonna.
People love it. I mean, people absolutely love that kayak. So I can't really say anything about it. But I do know that I've been in, the
autopilot,
the Old Town.
And it's great.
And great. So hard to beat. So clean.
All right, where's this vote at? What do we got?
We have 22 votes in. Sorry, I love Jake. Great guy, awesome build. This is the thing that kind of sucks about this. Is like we had Austin Hoover in here for a second, and I'm like,
we're not voting on the people. We're voting on the kayaks. Don't even freak out.
Kayaks, like they're both great. Like that is a really hard vote.
Every kayak is great
between your kids. Like this is tough, man. Like I hate to say, I think I mentioned this before to you and other people. Like I've always liked Jake's builds because they're very like his build is like dialed for how he fishes. You can just tell. It's just for him it's perfect.
The end of the day, if a plastic vessel gets you out on the water fishing, it's a good vessel. All right, as long as it also keeps you safe.
I think we got to end this one though. I think we're good. I think it's going to be Dontrell advances.
Our first shakeup of the night for the Yak Off Awards should have been re-rolled. Dontrell moves on. I love it.
I'm going to hold off on posting these until after we get through both builds. I think that's how we got to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So the poll will not go up until we walk through both builds, and we'll try to go fast with that. So next up, we got Chad Hoover, Robert English. So I'm going to pull back up to wherever the heck that is. Where you at? Oh, no. I'm on the wrong screen. Hang on. I can do this. And we're back. Nailed it.
Oh, Chad did his PWR 129 too, so they both must have had to do it pretty early in the season.
Yep. All right, so these should stay muted now. Yes. All right. So for anybody else who got, their eardrum shattered by me earlier, my bad. I'm gonna leave it pause. We don't need to listen to Chad Hoover talk. We're gonna walk through it. All right. So Hoover's build. What are we rocking here? He's rolling with Bonafide PWR 129. And front to back, it's going to look kind of similar. So he's got the front mounting bracket, but he's just got a strap on there instead. He's got the puck.
So that's their branded strap. I think it's for launching, loading, and also the river. So it's like that
trailer.
Yep, that's what I mean. So yeah,
Clutch.
launching and loading and all that kind of stuff. So it's a heavy. Honestly, I might need to get one. It's a really nice strap.
Oh yeah. So here's battery setup in the front hatch there. So that's awesome. He's got the 54 amp Dakota lithium. You can actually see right
of that thing.
Yeah, well, it's actually the Dakota 54 is not that big. Now that I've had so many other batteries, I'm like, I was pretty good when I had my 54. But yeah, he's got his the PowerLink plate he drilled out with USBs, and then the Yak Power switcher there. Also, did you know he's got that battery cam strapped in there? The Yak Attack cam strap.
I like it, dude. I mean, if you got a 3-footer, that's what it's for.
Yep. Accessory holders, rotor grips right there. Switcher looks cool.
I love that power plate setup that he's got. I've always thought that was so cool.
The pod or the power link?
Right in front, right there. Yeah. Where he has the Yak Power with the 2 switches. Yep. I think that's cleaner than heck. It's nice.
It's tough to do that. So that Yak Power switcher, it like a hair, like by a hair fits.
He's got 3 gnats in between those holes that he drilled.
Yep, exactly. I like the pod setup though. So he's got his track pack on there, fish finder, all of that comes off.
He still has a handle. The whole thing comes out still because the handle on top of the Yak Power. That's pretty clean.
If you guys have a track pack, get the handle. Like the handle is more clutch than you would think. I use it all the time. So yeah, there's that. He center mounted his throttle, which is interesting. There's a little track there right in the middle.
That's the only reason I'm probably not picking this one.
Yeah, the center mount, like I just could not. I
see why he likes it, and I appreciate that for him. This is I think it's a great build, but this is all about preference. And there's like the way he has his GoPro, like that Lincoln log setup. I'm already out, and same with the. I'm like, I can't even. I'm losing it. I can't do it. And then the center count, that's just not for me.
Got his camera running off the what's the mid-range size camera pole from Yak Attack?
Is it
Panfish Pro?
Yeah,
I think that's right. It's Panfish Pro, so something like that. Anyways, yeah. So he's got all the rods you could ever need. I feel like this video is pointing at Chad more than it's pointing at the kayak.
Well, yeah.
Look, I'm like, no, show me the kayak. Yeah. He's got the same extension off the back. This is really neat. Like I like this concept.
I would like to know who came up with that, whether it was him or Austin.
3 kayaks so far have had this set up off the back. So again, if you guys are tuning in, listening, this is more of a visual presentation. So check out the YouTube episode, but you can also follow along as we talk about this on kayakangler.com and then, or kayakanglermag.com. Sorry. And the Yak Off Awards is what we're going through. Anyways. Yeah, this is the 3rd time we've seen this extension. Really cool. Power pole goes right down through the plate and he's got the NK300 on there. So this thing definitely rips. And like,
oh yeah, it's probably the fastest one we've seen yet.
Except he's rocking not the NK300. I apologize, Torpedo. I forgot he was running the Torpedo in this. The big boy. All right, well, it's just more pictures of Chad and not his kayak.
He has got a very long list of stuff. In
here. It's loaded. Crap. It's loaded to the gills again. It's another one of those.
It's amazing how much you can fit in those 129s. Yep.
I like it. It's a rad setup. Let's go over here.
Is
so we
this
got Robert
guy the
English.
owner? Like
I think it's the Wilderness Systems owner.
I don't know, look it up. I think the only person who could have gotten one rigged out is him.
Guys, good time to talk about this. Guess what?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's coming. So this is Robert English. He's rigging out the brand new Wilderness Systems Tactical Pro 128. I know a lot of you guys were interested in this boat because it gives you that motor ready option and like very much a micro bass boat at $2,800, but rigged out. Like rigged out not rigged out, wired is what I meant to say. But it's pre-wired. So you just slap on a motor, plug it in, you're good. We are getting one of these. It's actually in transit very soon. I've got a few emails on it. I'm waiting on my phone call from the trucking company and they're going to drop it off at my house. So I'm going to take my XI3, throw it onto this. What does that mean? The Native Titan X is up for grabs. I've actually posted this a few different Michigan kayak angler groups. I've posted it, but if anybody's interested, You want to come say hey, you want to hang out for a day, go fishing or whatever, be happy to sell you my kayak. But the Titan X with the wiring and a few of the accessories, I got to take some of that stuff off just because I want to put it on this vessel instead. But yeah, just quick update there. We're going to be playing around
not
with
the
this
owner.
boat very
He is
soon.
the U.S. team captain.
Thank you. He's just all over their content. That's why you automatically associate with him with the owner.
I wasn't sure. I was kind of like, man. I wondered, like, he must have got the first one.
Yeah. Also, I have this hoodie. I love this hoodie. But anyway, so he's got the side stages off the side of that. And you'll notice like the Tactical Pro is insane with storage. There's actually these two compartments here. It's one continuous bin and there's a ton of space in there, but he's got just this simple rail that is included with this right up front. Slap on your fish finder there, run all your wiring through this little drillable plate on the side. Got your front pod storage off to the side there, and then your bow mount. It's got a plate already. You just add the quick release plate to it, and then you just add your plug. Or I'm sorry, you put a plug on the wiring coming off of your motor and plug it into the plug that's already there. It's really clean. And then underneath the seat, you got tackle storage, and there's actually a drillable plate back there too, which is cool. I'm excited to play with this one, you guys. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So here he is out.
So you're gonna run the tactical, eh?
I mean, we're both gonna play with this.
Good.
We are both going to play with this. And should we say the other one?
It's not here yet. It's not guaranteed.
All right, we'll wait on that. There could be another kayak coming in the summer that we're gonna play around with. That is also brand new. Yeah, it's big and new, and now you probably know what it is. But let's keep rolling. Do you see his lights? He's got the Yak Power strip lights up the front. Look at the triple Nakwa, the triple chain Nakwa up front. Boom, boom, boom.
Underrated for probably forever. Really nice. Yeah.
This is just such a clean setup.
The thing is, this whole thing to rig it out probably took him 5 hours.
This is a fast rig, I believe. I would agree.
I think the longest thing was probably just ratcheting the bolts for the mounting plate for the Torpedo. Honestly,
is he doing foot pedal steering? He is. I think he's using these for foot pedal steering because he's got the stern motor as well.
But he has the clips in, so I don't know. Maybe not.
The only thing I'm not sure about on this boat, you guys, the seat. It is a swivel seat. It is. This one locks. But it's like a super deep bucket seat. It's kind of a weird, weird shape. I remember I tested this at ICAST only for like 10 minutes, but I remember the seat. I was like, I don't know. Mike hates this kayak, by the way. Mike M says, I hate this kayak too.
Oh, look at that. Austin Hoover coming in with the info. He says the inline motor / power pole mount was developed by Chad and Duke from Catch. So 2 legends. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate you, man. That is such a cool hack. What a cool way to mount those. Sorry, I didn't mean to detract from the.
No, I like it. I would consider
that was awesome. What a great idea.
All right, so some people are in on this kayak, some people are not impressed. We're gonna put it to the full test and we'll let you guys know. This crate, people used to go to bat for this crate, and they really don't that much anymore.
Oh, we don't. It just doesn't. We don't get out very much on it anymore. Yeah. That one has 3. I don't know if you noticed 3 on each side.
Yeah, so you have there's a tab that's in the way, a lockdown tab in the middle. You just cut it off, and then you can add that middle rod holder. So you can hold 6 on the Wilderness crate.
You see the track on the inside?
Yes, and it's. Yeah, there's a lot of track on this boat. This crate is like so undersized for this rig too.
You could have 2 of them in there.
Exactly. There's 2 drillable plates off the back. He's got his pre-plumb steering going on. It is pre-plumb, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think he did just like a nice, clean build. And like you said, it was probably really quick to set up. Also,
this took him no effort.
I forgot about this. There's a rear battery hatch.
So monster. Monster.
Giant. Your battery actually sits in the back underneath. So overall, I think really clean. I like it. Between
he didn't even use 2 of the plates in the back. Holy smokes. And he's got the 2 Lowrance Elite FS9s. Honestly,
who are you going with?
Jesus. This is brutal.
This is the hardest
there's
one
some
so
weird
far.
stuff I didn't like. I love Chad's total rig. Again, it's like preference stuff. I know that if I let me say, this is how I'm guessing this. I'm saying if these 2 rigs are right next to each other on the water, which one would I step into and be more comfortable the way I fish? So I would go with the Tactical Pro, oddly enough, even though Chad's honestly probably has more features.
All right, so I'm putting the poll up right now and start. Please work. There you go. All right, Chad Hoover or Robert English? What are you guys going with?
I want to build out a 129 super bad now. Like now that I've seen
PWR,
I keep seeing them the PWR and like, dude, I kind of want to do that now.
I think I got to go with Chad on this one. Like I like the
totally
tactical
fair.
128. I would do a lot more to that tactical pro than he did. What do you mean how? There's so much extra room. There's plenty more things you can
That's
do.
what I like about the rig is he grabbed what he needed and he didn't need, I know, but he didn't need anything else. Like it's got everything. Like maybe like he's got 2 screens, he's got a front mount, he's got a rear mount motor. He's got the rod stagers. Yeah, I would use a different crate, no question.
In the context of this competition, I feel like more should have been done.
Do you think if he had a picture of it with his trailer, he would have won?
I mean, maybe
because I'm smelling, dude. Honestly, I think this is all about photography and video skills.
I think so too. His video is super clean.
I loved his video.
Really good.
I actually went and watched his video after I did.
His video actually covered his kayak more than Chad's did. I hope Chad's watching this. But yeah, Chad's covered more of just Mr. Chad Hoover. But yeah, between the two, I'm going with Chad's boat. I gotta. Like I like Robert's build. I feel like in the context of this competition, he needed to do more with it. But there, chat is pretty tight on this one. This is the closest vote of the night so far. So we got Mr. Hoover at 54% over Robert English at 48%. 29 votes in. Let's make it 30. I'll pull the poll. How about that? One more vote. There it is. 30 votes. No, they did it. It's 50-50.
Holy crap.
One more vote. The next vote wins. I'm pulling the poll.
Oh my gosh.
Also, there it is. Hoover takes it. End of poll. That was close. 52-48.
Isn't that what actually happened too?
Yeah, I think it was. I can actually hang on. Let me I gotta go back, share this one, and I can look. It was 53-47. Yeah, it was basically the same as it was. All right. So that ends that division. Let's go across to the other side, shall we?
I got booted out of our account for this poll, so I can no longer do.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll run the polls and
I guess you have to. I'm trying my best here, my dude, but yeah,
I'm trying. All right, so let's jump over now. My boy Drew Gregory up against Chad Davison. Let's take a look at these. We got another autopilot, and then we got Drew's Crescent Sholey to take a look at.
Drew is a sleeper kayak builder.
I love how his video starts with all the championship trophies in the background.
It's hard to argue with, though. It's hard to argue with. It's hard to argue with.
He's like, what are you guys really going to vote for? Let's be so for real right now.
It's hard to argue with.
My sales video keeps popping up in recommended videos out here. Anyways, did you see his paddle? Look at, oh my gosh. Give me
it's the same as.
No, I know. Look at how, oh my, why can't I see you? Look at how just beat up that paddle is though. That Angler Pro, that thing has seen some
because days. He used again,
he uses it.
He uses it all the time. So what does Drew do? Drew will use his motor. He will go way, way, way up into the shallows, and he's catching fish in the shallows where nobody else is going, and he uses his paddle all the freaking time.
This is a kayak that sees abuse the way it's supposed to. So we got Torquedo. He put his his batteries up front, which is pretty clutch. He's got this little case there for it. That's sick. He actually has another right there, right in the pocket.
Way.
Yeah. So he can go for miles on this sucker.
Which
is great.
He does have the Innovative Sportsman, the bulletproof steering triangle, and I'm sure the rock guard.
He took a bunch of stuff.
He has the Torquedo rock guard because I forgot they made one for it.
Yep. So working our way back. He's got a lot of storage underneath the seat. Keeping it pretty simple up front.
This will be the least amount of stuff.
Yep. You see all the spinner baits in the cup holder. Perfect. Bait graveyard. Love it. There's the back. Another battery.
Oh my god.
Spares on spares on spares, my guy.
I told you he's going up. No one else is going where he goes.
Yep, exactly. Running the speed bag, the KVD speed bag. All right. Just throwing it back. That's all his gear. Extra stuff. Net off of the taco clip in the back.
We always get made fun of for that small net.
lifted up his crate onto Boondock
2
landing
risers
gear.
onto the wheels.
And the mesh pocket on the front is smart. This crescent pocket.
That's
there.
Crescent brand. Yep.
It's got that custom triangle back there on the Torqeedo.
HD.
Yeah, this thing rips. Good solid set. Oh, the rock guard too is smart.
Rock guard. Yep. That's there.
Before, yeah, this thing will bounce off of everything. The motor already will, but if you want to protect your prop more, you're good there. Something broken. All right, cool.
Classic electrical tape your light together.
It's all fine. All right, so there's Drew's. Let's go over to Chad Davison's here, who's running the auto.
Is this another? Yeah, it's another autopilot.
Yep. So this is the autopilot. All right. How many bonus points for rocking a milk crate? 2 of them.
Honestly,
1,000 bonus points.
Quite a bit.
All right, so you got to give Chad bonus points for crate. We've already talked about this. It's so hard to argue with the autopilot, just because it's already got all the stuff you need, and then some.
What's he run? So he does have the heading sensor, which I like. He's running a Helix 10 with Mega Live. Okay,
there it is.
He's got the Hex, the Railblazer Hex mount.
Yep.
He's got the Yak Power lights and the switcher, which we always love to see that. Yep. LED light pole, 100 amp hour battery, 60 amp hour battery, power pole. Power pole for me is another one of those things I just don't care for. It's just, to me, it's wasted. Fish. He has spot lock, so like, did you really need the, you know what I mean, the extra? I don't think so.
Well, you can. I like
get it, but
these plates that he added for tool storage, which I think was on the other autopilot that we saw too.
Exactly. Yeah, which I love. That's a super good idea. They really made the most out of that.
Made use of these clips. Within the foot steering, he's got a tool just hanging off of the clip. That's so smart.
8 really rod holders, dude. This guy's got custom on. He must use that retriever all the time. That thing looks like it's.
That's so smart, though. It's just like tucked into this little pocket and tethered to the boat. That is.
I wonder how that line goes back. I want to see that.
We'd have to.
I'm gonna watch this guy's video. This guy's getting after it. This guy loves. This guy loves a hack.
Yep.
And he's got a bunch of Navarre stuff on there. Bunch of Navarre stuff. Honestly, look at how many. Okay, go back to his crate. He's got like 9 freaking boxes in there. No, he's got like 16. 2 milk crates. It's 1,000 pounds worth of stuff.
All the rods you could need.
This guy plays no games at all. He well-utilized. Honestly, this is a legit build. This is 2 guys who just freaking fish. This guy fishes a crap ton.
This was a good head-to-head, I think.
And then you got
all of these are labeled right up on top too. Very smart.
Let's put the vote up, because this is brutal. This is a really tough one for me.
Yep. All right, let me go to the.
I already know what I'm picking, but this is impossible.
All right. Who do we got? We got Drew.
Drew Gregory versus Chad Davison.
Chad Davison. All right. Vote on it, people. Who's coming out on top? I'm gonna exit out of this. I can't believe
he didn't win.
Drew?
Yeah.
There's
nothing to it.
You spoiled it, but yeah. So what? Like I said, dude, how do you compete with an autopilot? That's really hard to do.
I would be out. I would 100. Just spoiler alert. I would go with Drew's Crescent Shoaly. 5 batteries with that monster Torqeedo. I'm telling you, that guy's doing 7 to 8.5.
This is a river ripping vessel, right? So
all day.
If you want to run distance on river, I think Drew's is definitely the way to go. If you want to have just like catch every single, like if you were the lake vacuum,
yes,
that would be Chad Davison.
I agree. I totally agree. This is exactly like if Jeff and I's, like if you just pulled out of our garages, like our brain garage, like Jeff's kayak and my kayak, this is exactly what people would pull. This is what you would get.
Yeah.
Jeff's would be on the one side, like all the stuff, and then mine would be outside, like all the only very limited stuff, but like 5 batteries.
Yeah. I gotta go with Chad on this one. Like Drew. You got all the awards. I love the setup. It's 90% batteries, 10% tackle. I love that for you.
I'm a Crescent homer too. I just love a get where you're going and like paddle around the river kayak. Like this is, and I'm building one right now, you guys. I'm building out the Smalley the same exact way. So I totally see why he didn't win, but like this would be, I'd go with the Drew.
It's just so niche, right? It's so niche.
It is. It's very niche, you guys. I fully respect it. And honestly, I can see why someone put Chad. This dude fishes hard. He's getting after. He is all business all day.
Dude, I got to give it to Chad on this one, though.
Great builds. I love all the little stuff, like all the little things like that he did. That's that's like our shtick, dude. Like, let's find like the weird way to run the wire. Let's freaking drill a million holes.
Dude,
like
the lure retriever alone gets him 10 bonus points.
That's like the Type R sticker, bro. You're getting horsepower upgrades.
Yeah, that's so ridiculous.
6 extra amp hours.
All right, I love it. So we got to pull this one. We got 71% to 29%. My boy Drew. I'm sorry.
I don't think he cares. Why would he? Did you see all the trophies? Why does he care?
Yeah, he don't care. He's like, yeah, this works. Obviously. Okay, next one. I'm gonna pull up.
I'll get your names on the next one. So next one you have got. Oh geez. Oh my gosh. Marty Hughes, the legend, the Godfather, versus I already know why he lost, versus Seth Yates.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to this one. So here's Marty.
Look at the Bass Pro decked out.
Dude.
I love Marty's rig. I'm a little jealous of it.
Hobie Outbacks, we've talked about a million times on this channel. I love
the Outback, dude.
It's just such a good kayak. It's already good as is. But anyway, so
the Outback just has that's how I would build a kayak. Like Jeff and I were talking about doing a video where like build a perfect kayak, and I was like, the front hatch. They're like, in my opinion, I don't actually know why you need a front hatch. Just make it a battery box.
Delete it.
Make it the drop-in bin and make it a battery box, but you don't really need it. Like, and that's what the Outback was like. Yeah, we don't need that ish. You can put your water bottle up there and your keys, and then you're good. Like, that's all you really need. And then they just made a huge open space. And then they were like, oh, would you like to go fish for tarpon? We're good. Would you like to fish the river small? We're good. Would you like to go pond hop? We're good. Like, it's built to do it all.
Covers everything. I also love that these Hobies have that little center hatch as well.
That center hatch is quite literally unstoppable. It's easy unbelievable.
Rigging.
Yes. It would be the basis of a kayak build for me. I would delete the pedals. I would put a trolling motor, like maybe not even a trolling motor, and just paddle. I don't even know. Like I would delete the pedals.
This one paddles pretty good. Also, obviously, pedals really well. So he's got his Torpedo off the back there, rocking the black pack. Another like just I know what I'm doing setup, I'll call it, where he just like kept it simple and effective.
Yes. This guy fishes. This is a tournament angler, period.
So got just all his basic stuff in there, rocking the Garmin and moving back. There's his black pack.
Army green. I agree with Hype Man. I love the Army green black pack. It's so dope.
It is, and they don't make it anymore because we were
going to get the straps on the top.
To tie stuff down.
Jacket, water bottle, like the basics, like dude, and he's got I think the Yak gear I think it's Yak gear, the straps in the back, the one that's built for Hobie seats, behind the seat storage.
Setup's great. Another one of those 6, 7, 8 rod holders there. You put the extra 2 off the back. You just add a
93 SB with live scope.
Yep. The 93. So Hook, Line, and Shenanigans was asking best fish finder for a budget. I wouldn't say the 93 SB.
What's a budget? I mean, the budget, it's going to be a 7-inch. I'll tell you right now. If it's truly budget and you just want to get the most done, I would probably, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be Garmin. I think the 7-inch Ultra HD is probably
bang for what you get. You're bang for your
it's
buck.
the highest quality in my opinion for the dollar. But I don't have a lot of experience with the Lowrance, you guys. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things. I just haven't used them, so we're not really the people to ask. I would definitely tell you, go ask Hank, Bass Geek. Go ask him. He knows. He'll tell you.
There's a lot of sonar channels out there. Also, mildly impressed / concerned that Marty's still rocking the scupper hole wheels. You see this?
That's the one thing that I'm nervous for him. I'm not sure he's okay.
He's fine. He's been doing this long enough. He knows what he's doing.
I know.
But anyways, kind of nice little clutch setup. Unfortunately, a lot of motion blur on his video here, which I might have hurt him there, but really utilized the space well on that. So that's Marty. Then we jump over to Don't play. Go here. There
he took some really good photos.
Yeah, he did. All right, so we got another new canoe unlimited with Seth Yates.
Sick.
All right, so now we got some nice little custom builds. So we got
sick.
Yep. So bump board up front, dual screens right there. I think are those Garmin's? Those are Garmin's, right? I can't see the screen name. I think they are. They look like the 93.
Well, it's a 293 SVs. Yep.
There it is.
And then the Pan Optics LS or LVS 32, same as me.
I love this little is this the forward facing that he's got set up here? No, rod holder. Why are you zoomed in? No, that's a forward facing. He's got the cord kind of wrapped up there, which is smart. Dude, clutchless setup. I like that mounting bracket. Fisheye lens. We get yelled at this or about this, all the time.
You can see everything.
Oh, I went with the cooler in the back.
Yes.
Let's go.
Redodo 24-volt 50 amp Bluetooth. I have no idea. I've never used one. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
He's using the Gear Pod, which, dude, you can't get away from the Gear Pod. What a banger update.
Yep. Oh, this is rod holder up front. Yeah, it's trolling and stuff. Love it.
So well, he's catfish. So this is for getting rigs out there when they're and that's what he's doing. This is a sick rig.
Well, Bill, I wish I could see more of your kayak, my guy. There's the forward facing I was looking for. That I haven't seen this one. I don't even know what this one is. Is it listed? You're looking at the list
for it right now. He does have I don't know which iPilot. I don't know which. It's an older Minn Kota.
Look at that cat. Look at that cat.
What a beast.
That's nuts.
What an absolute monster. I don't think he put it on here.
Yep.
He's got a Rody 24 cooler in the back. That must be for his live bait, I wonder.
Bruh.
Frickin' A. Look at the belly on that mother effer. Holy smokes.
That's so nuts. Oh, yeah.
Look at him standing backwards. That is one of the craziest things about the new canoe is the stability on it is bananas.
So he can have these 4 rods out there just down deep, fish for cats, and he can just spin around in circles. And
is that a 24-volt 70-pound thrust motor?
I can get back to it.
Holy crap.
Oh, he opted for this is a new prop I want to consider. Supposedly it can add a lot of speed.
He must be flying with that thing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this is a really tough one.
Oh, there you go. There's our anchor off the back, flag, all of that. He's got like this nice custom plate back there in the stern of the boat.
I feel bad for Marty. I think I'm going Seth. Just the customized rig and like what he's doing with it. I love the Outback, but I don't know, man. It's hard to get away from that Seth's rig. Let's put the poll up.
There it is. Now I'm multitasking. I'm getting to it. Talk to the people about something. Pulling it up.
Okay, no problem. I mean, if you guys are voting here, I think you're voting based on, to me, it's motor type on this one. I think it's one of the biggest things. And the 2 screens. I mean, Marty's running one big one. He's got the 2 with the live scope. So I think, honestly, just knowing the new canoe layout and what he's jammed into this thing, it's going to be really hard to beat. I do love there's a, I don't know what else I would do with Marty's. That thing's a fishing machine. I promise you he's flying with that Torpedo. Like, he is ripping. But just from the customizability and the uniqueness of it, I like Seth's. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going with Seth's on this one. For sure.
They're both great. This is another tough one.
Yeah.
I think Seth is, and I think Seth won. I think Seth won too. And I think he did.
Look, Marty's the man. Seth's boat is pretty sick. So I think we got to go with Seth on this one. All right.
17
Let's get into 20 votes for polls one.
No,
wait.
It's kind of, it's going the winds other way there.
Here.
The tides are turning.
So Seth is at 63% over Marty.
No, it's getting close. Oh my God.
The whole show is just us like.
Sorry for anyone listening to this podcast. I apologize. I think we're holding here. 24 votes in. He's doubled up. I think Seth is going to take this one.
60-40, kind of back and forth on that. All right. We're pulling it. 25 votes.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So Seth advances. We're moving on. You put Chad
now we've got
Davison
AJ.
Twice.
I what? Oh, my bad. I must have grabbed. Yeah, I got it. Oh, what the?
Chad Davison wins again. How did he do it? We don't know. He pulled it off though. Good for him. We got 2 more votes on this side, and then we start moving up towards the finals, which we'll do a lot faster than we've
we'll fly through those.
Yep.
All right, AJ Ramirez versus Wesley Gray. This is kind of where I stepped into the Yak Offs and actually started like.
This is the first one we started looking at. Yeah. So this is let's go to AJ. AJ is rocking another new Canoe Unlimited. Look at that thing. Just you get that little remote control. You can just drive your boat around and take a look at it. You know what I mean? So AJ has the most, I would say, of all of these, the most
stickers.
Custom. All right, the most custom things, I believe. So, anyways, up front here, we got another Motor Guide XI3. He's got the gear pod, which he has one of the most decked out gear pods I've ever seen. Little custom floating net. Did you see?
Got to say later, Austin. See you driving. Yeah. Good luck, buddy. Stay safe, and appreciate you stopping in.
Appreciate you. All right. So, do you see the floating net custom rig just fully taped up with foam and zip tied? But all this tape down here, that's insane. All right, I love the 2-screen setup.
I like the way he did that.
Pretty cool.
Quite a bit, because you have a track in the middle that usually gets wasted, then you have another one in the front on the gear pod. So that's I like that.
Yeah, so he's got kind of a ram ball mount arm right there in the middle track, and then up on the gear pod, his second screen, and he just stacked them up so they sit next to each other, which is cool. He's got the same fish or the live scope that we have, but I like the rack that he set up for it, where it just locks in when he's not using it. That is smart. Really well
mine
done.
I just used to lay on the deck.
Yeah, mine too, dude. That's where it lives. Yeah. And that this looks like, is this a Yak Gadget?
It's got to be Yak Gadget.
The Yak Gadget tool set up there. So he's got all his tools on the side. I like it. That
1 foot steering, guys, I'm telling you right now, is a game changer. That would beat almost any other rig on its own. 1 foot steering.
The marble is just like hanging out.
What?
He's got his pack of darts just in case, buddy.
So is that like a custom underseat?
I think so. It's this little bin right here that comes out.
Again, I love that.
When I saw AJ's rig, I was like, this is a lot of things that I haven't even considered or seen before. So this kid's going the distance.
Just going places. Same way I have mine. I have my setup exactly the same on my with my catchboard or my the Yak Tech one.
Bro, the dart bin.
Dart bin, baby.
All right. So
I also think, look, AJ is also a chef. So if you go follow his page, please do that. And you can see some pretty amazing culinary delights.
Did you notice this off the side, the seat?
I don't know what you're pointing at.
Just look at his seat. There's a little knob sticking off of there. It's a little Yak Attack mount.
Yeah.
You can just bolt it onto a little holes on the side of the
pegs,
seat. Yeah. Which is cool. Yak Gadget bump board holder. Here we go. The battery kit. He's got all those external batteries and stuff. Yep. Yeah.
He's got 2 of them on there.
Rocking a Celsius up there in the corner. I see you, AJ.
And then just a bin.
Yeah. Just a bin up top. Probably just strapped down.
Not for me. I don't know how you're getting it. Maybe he's got all batteries inside of his thing there.
Maybe.
He's got a lot of rods. Holy crap.
Yeah. He decked out the rods. Looks like maybe
I think people like a lot of rods. I think that's a big part of this.
Yeah, he went all in on Yak Gadget. So we got one of their zipper pockets off the back here.
That's pretty dope, actually.
NK300 off the back.
Big time. That NK300 on the 12 absolutely shreds you guys. It's a rocket.
Good use of space up in the gear pod.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. He cut out the little corner there just to run the cords out of it. That's smart. I like it.
I don't even know if you need to do that.
Well, if you're running forward facing, you need that. I told you about this. Like it has to come out somewhere.
Yeah, you just drill a hole and do a pass through, but
I mean, you can, but then if you want to take it out, his setup is the easiest way to disconnect it.
Yep.
I think that could be our solution for forward facing. Look at all these ideas we're getting.
Still got to keep thinking about that one.
Yep. Haven't figured it out yet. Also, if you haven't noticed, there's this big rail right here in the middle. He actually used similar to what you would use with like Boondocks landing gear to lift that seat up on the tracks, allowing for a lot more space underneath and different things that you can do with it, which I thought was pretty clutch. So nice build. Like it. Moving on. We're jumping over to Wesley Gray.
This is the cleanest rig.
Of all of the Yak Off Awards, this is hands down the cleanest rig of all of them. And I don't just mean it doesn't have mud on it. I mean clean build and clean. Like she took this through the car wash before she did this one. But this is the Hobie 360 with the deck kit, which is awesome. So you deck that out and you get that teak and blue mix there. That's pretty cool.
I mean,
if this was like best looking rig awards,
oh my god,
I feel like Wesley would have taken this
by far.
Like everybody else, it's so well thought out. It's so angler centric, which is great because obviously you want to be efficient and catch a lot of fish on the water. This rig was like, it's going to look good and it's going to do all the things I want.
So she's got the Railblazer pole. She's got two 9-inch Ultra HDs on there, which is definitely the theme. She got the 50 amp hour Newport battery. So right there, that's $800. Live Scope Plus, so extra fancy. Boondock slotted console riser kit for the graphs. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
She's got the a Mariner Sales lithium battery, the 12-volt 50 for the graph, lighting, and onboard power. So like all the miscellaneous stuff for sure.
Chad is
Supernova lights. I think that's also Mariner Sales. Yak Power super bright buttons, dude. Those are nice. Those are super nice. We actually
she matched the sun shirt. Did you notice this sun shirt match?
Probably not on purpose. FPV power for the hub. So yeah, this is a Mariner Sales outfit for sure. And then her trailer is super nice. So she's got the bars so she can launch straight into the water. Better than bunk boards in my opinion. I like the rails a lot. That's a Christine Fisher special for sure. Dude, honestly, that rig is super clean. No front mount, no trolling motor though, which is kind of like a lot of people with the Hobie Pro anglers they just don't forego that entirely because of the 360 drive, which makes sense. I mean, you paid for it for sure.
Dude, the pads on the pedals.
I saw that too.
That's awesome. You got the dual Garmins, one's upside down.
It's clean. It's super
sticking screen covers. I always just slap them on. I don't care what direction they are.
The same thing.
So I'm with her on that. Yeah, and did you notice in the back she has looks like the Cal Coast battle box or something, or just some type of utility box behind there, bump board behind the seat.
Yeah.
Rocking the milk crate, 10 extra points for you, Wesley.
Yep. Extra horsepower. 9 extra amp hours on your battery.
And there we go, catching a giant fish. All right, so let's put up a poll for these two.
Man, Wesley's is the most professional. AJ's is, I mean, that's a beast mode. That's like our style, dude. Even the inside of his gear pod looks just like ours.
Yeah, no,
it looks like it's identical.
So it's the way to do it. But I also like how you cut out the forward-facing rod cable stuff. So, all right, which rig, y'all? Let's vote. Wesley versus AJ.
Dual motor has my heart.
Every time I see a dual,
unlimited 1 foot steering, 1 boot goofing. Dude,
one boot goofing. I'd be so happy with that.
I did that in that video and it's stuck in my head forever. I'm just 1 boot goofing.
Yep. All right. So AJ's got a killer rig. I'd be very happy in his setup. I understand it's definitely not nearly as clean looking as Wesley's is.
No,
I think Wesley had a lot of
cover.
Yep. She had a lot of good options there. Also, mad respect for the milk crate. You always got to offer it up. That's 10 bonus points right there. And then you add in the teak decking throughout. Mega.
On the rear mount motor. I mean, that thing's a Fisher machine. She can go anywhere. Was it the 300? The 180 Pro. That would also be the other thing for me. The 300 on the Unlimited has got to be one of the other than the Sholey. It's probably the second fastest kayak out here. That Sholey, I'm telling you guys, if you had everyone lined up, it's like 3, 2, 1, boom. It'd be like Princess Peach. See ya.
You got the boost.
Bye.
All right. So yeah, Wesley is knocking him dead right now, actually, because AJ won this one in the Yak Off Awards. And right now in our voting, Wesley taking second shot at this thing.
Got him.
Taking the dub. All right, 30 votes in. We're pulling it 60-40. Wesley Gray moves on.
Did it.
All right, I believe we have one more.
Gene Jensen versus Aaron Miller. Aaron Miller, should I know Aaron Miller's rig? No, I don't. I haven't seen this one.
It's the Kaku.
It is. Is that Zulu. How you say it? Is Kaku, Kaku? I don't know. I can't do
Somebody
it.
Help Kaku. I have a Kaku Zulu.
I'm making fun of it. It's so sweet. I love the color.
I've always liked that rig, and also they just came out with a new one that's even better. But anyways, let's go. Gene, show me your boat.
Dude, I've seen Gene's rig so many times.
Like, I think
I could walk you through it. It's very much it's the Chad Hoover rig. They're very similar.
A little, maybe a little cleaner, maybe a little less things. He doesn't have as much like camera gear and mounting up front.
This is like if I was gonna do PWR, this would be closer to what I would do.
Sure. So other than the dual screens, I'm sure, but he's got his dual screens there.
He just has them so high.
Camera pole in the middle.
That's not for me.
I don't like. I know he's running the vlog camera up front. He's got like his big cam, but I've never been a fan of that. Battery storage up front. The bin of storage.
I'm surprised the PWR doesn't get super front heavy on this thing.
I think he balances out just fine in the back.
No, I'm sure he does. It's interesting that it doesn't. Like if you had 100 amp hour, 54 amp hour, and a 40-pound trolling motor in the front, you would think it would be very bow heavy.
Yeah, I think this boat is balanced pretty well. Oh, and he's got the wizard pegs.
Wizard control, dude.
The wizard control pegs right there. You guys.
Second best setup for foot steering in the game. Firmly in second. You're not beating a pneumatic cable and a 1 foot steer. You're just not.
No, 1 foot steering all day.
Oh my god, dude.
Side stager for the rods here. Going back. I wanted to see if he did anything different under his seat. Oh, he's got the looks like the extra control. I don't know if he zooms in on that at any point. They're like the electronics control here. He didn't go with the Yak power. He went with a super fancy control rig, which he doesn't actually dig into too much, but there's our batteries in the back. He's rocking the sniper pole, of course.
Wait, how many freaking batteries are in this boat? 4?
That's the thing with a lot of these rigs. Like they're running, we typically run 2. A lot of these are running 4 or more.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I love this little track pack here. I have this.
That's not true, Jeff. The biggest difference for us is the Nakwas. That's why we run so much slimmer and trimmer because we got the linked Nakwas. We got 40 amp hours that takes up 0 space. You don't even see them.
Yep, I got you. There's the short stack up top of plastic. There's
the Cast King.
The cask, the hyper seal,
the casking, the hyper locker is what it is. I like his little stowaway setup there. Look, see how he got the Yak attack track pack, but he mounted it on the rod holders.
Yep. I was talking about that. I like that one a lot. I have that same track pack with it's got a little bungee in there, which is really nice.
Yeah,
and then a pocket. Set it vertical like that. You can store some stuff easy. Yeah, and then going back, he actually just has a micro pole. No stern motor.
Yeah, that's the biggest one for me. That automatically takes me out of that rig.
What? The American flag. 10 bonus points.
Not that much extra horsepower.
I mean, 100 extra horsepower.
The 3-foot Yak Attack cam straps are a big one.
Oh, he pushed the limit.
Starlink. It's got Starlink. Lowrance HDS 10s. That is crazy.
I don't know if you
Sniper Marine pole.
Can you beat
100 amp hour and a 75 amp hour battery? What is he powering with a 75 amp hour battery? The 2 screens?
There's a Starlink right there. That's
he had this one rigged for him. This is a Westbrook Supply Co. So that's down in Georgia, you guys. Though one of the I don't know if he's the owner, but one of the guys that was I think he is the owner that was down there. They rig a heck of a kayak. As you can see here. They absolutely do a bang up job. One of the nicest guys. He was the one who did the video with me on running cabling through for foot steering inside the Smalley. What a super nice guy. And he seems like he would run a hell of a shop.
Yep. Love it. All right. So there's that one. Let's jump over to the.
What colors does the Bonafide come in? Because this PWR, the only colors I've seen is tan. Not that I don't like it, but it probably would not be my pick.
For what? For what now?
For the PWR. I need to look up what colors the PWR comes in.
And some basic camos. All right, so we got the Cuckoo Zulu over here that we're going to take a look. I'm going with it.
Could you make this any less cool with saying it that way?
Cuckoo Zulu? Well, I don't understand. What am I missing? So, yeah, the Kaku seats are sick. Love them.
Yeah, but this thing seems so skinny. I have got but this is interesting. The whole shape
the whole shape makes it pretty dang stable.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
We got the Haaswing. I love how he set this up. So did you see this?
I'm looking at it.
It drops in through that center tank well. Because on this boat, you can just pop a motor in the middle there. It's got that hatch in the middle. So you just drop this one in there. That's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. You created an autopilot.
Bonkers.
What? 400 bonus points right there. All right, moving on.
Honestly, there's nothing on the deck.
This is just
not in a bad way, you guys. I mean that in a good way.
Very clean. He's even running like the downsized Lowrance. It's probably the smallest screen we've seen today. Yeah, no, that's a 7 or even a 5 that he's rocking. This thing has 10,000 mounting plates on the back.
Well, I think he has got a couple rigs here because he's got an Elite TI2 listed.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe that's up front. I didn't see it. Boondocks landing gear, soft crate in the back there, 4 rod holders or so. Keep going, keep going. Show me more. Oh, they go off on the angle too.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, and he's got the micro pull. Yeah.
That's nuts.
He's running the Nakwas, so that's how he's getting away with murder here on batteries.
Did you see that this rig has 5 4-bolt pattern mounting plates off the back?
I did see that, yep.
Rig. And then a little hatch in the back there too.
Okay.
He's got the Nakwas in the hatch in the back.
I mean, it's pretty clean. This is one where I can't give it the win because I've never been in it, but this is a really simple. I'll bet you this dude could go freaking ham in a place like Florida. Having the time of his life, get a nice tan, have a great day.
Catch a bunch of giants.
This one needs a speaker, and I need to see it in Florida.
This is the one that needs a speaker. I love it.
I think, dude, it's screaming for it. The trailer setup's pretty dope too.
Yep. Clutch setup. I like it. All right, so we need to vote. And we're voting on Gene or Aaron. So let me pull up a poll here.
Man, which way are you going, Jeff?
Are
you going to give it to him for the trolling motor setup?
Almost, but no. Starlink all day. Gene
Starlink all day.
All right, so I got to put up Gene. Hang on, guys. I put up the poll 1 second. And then Aaron Miller.
Man.
All right. Poll is posted. Let's vote on these suckers. What do we got? Gene versus Aaron. I got to give some props over to Aaron because that setup is just really cool.
He made the most.
The motor drops in the middle.
He is doing the most with it.
Yeah, that was really well done. But I got to give the dub to Gene.
You know that Gene's running an absolute fishing machine. It is. You just know in your bones. You got to know that that's what that thing is for. No question. Yep. Not that the Zulu isn't, but there's a different vibe with Gene's versus Aaron's.
Well, Zulu is just not set up to be built the same way as the PWR.
Not like a tournament ready rig. It's just different. It's got a different vibe for sure.
Yep. I like it a lot though. I definitely want to get
it looks like a lot of fun, dude. That thing looks like a lot of fun to be on.
It's really cool. All right. So Gene is currently taking the dub 62 to 38% right now. So I think almost 30 votes in. I think we pull this because we got to start moving to the finals. What are we even doing? It's 9:47. Jeez,
we're gonna be lightning round on this one. Are we pulling it? Right. Gene takes the dub.
I pulled it. Gene takes the dub. So
all right. So let's go back to the West here, you guys. So if you recall, let's just pull them up real quick. We got Ethan Jet. Now he was the red. I think Ethan was the red Hobie Pro Angler, I believe, with a monster bathtub crate in the back. Austin's was the PWR with dual screens, nice and tall, that crazy Powerball setup in the back, and the dual Yak Attack crates, one full of batteries and one full of tackle.
All right, so Ethan Jet, hang on, Austin. I want to put it up. So we got Austin Hoover as well. All right, so I'm going to post the poll since we already looked at these, and then I'm going to pull them up and real quick kind of take a look at both.
Just real quick, look at them again.
All right, so we got the red with the crazy trailer setup that he's got there, but the red Hobie 360, and then Hoover. Hang on, because I got to jump over this one. There we go. I'm on the right tab now.
We got them both. Shocking to me.
Yep. So Hoover, the dual Lowrances, got the captain's bridge up there. Here, let's take a look at that. There you go. You go. Look at that rig. PWR 129, pretty sick. All right, and then we had
Ethan Jett.
Ethan Jett with his get out of here, YouTube. There it is.
Baller trailer.
That trailer's D Hooker. God bless that D Hooker right away.
Got him, baby.
All right. Yeah, I mean, again, really clean setup. I think it's well utilized space in the Hobie.
Does he have the high rail foot steer too? He does.
I think all the Hobies, that's what you want to do.
Well, you don't have another option because you have to put them on the rails. People didn't want to drill into the hull. I'd be drilling in that hull.
There's that big soft crate, the large mount that we were talking about.
You know what people are afraid of? I don't think they figured out that you could use those bucket screws that with the sleeves on them. You drill a bigger hole. You put the they haven't figured out how to make their own version of a what do you call them? Tap screw, not a tap screw. What do you,
rivet
insert? They haven't figured out how to do their own insert.
Yeah. Dude, his crate is just that crate's insane.
It's not for me, but it's sick.
It's bonkers. All right, so where are we at? Austin with the revenge win coming in.
I'm 100%.
Ethan won this one in the Yak Offs.
He did. I'm going Austin.
I think I'm going Austin too.
Give it two more votes. We're done. 74-26. Yeah.
All right. Votes are becoming important, folks. So make sure if you're in here, you're clicking that button. I see 22 votes now, but I see 90 people watching. So
what? 90 people, 20 votes. What is happening?
See, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, take this one out from under them. It's too late. Austin advances.
It's too late. You can't have it. All right. Who's next?
This one, dude. This one is tough.
Suvak versus Hoover.
Well, it's not Suvak versus Hoover. So
sorry.
Yeah. So this one is Dontrell. So that is the Old Town, right? So this is the Old Town autopilot, really clean, front mount motor, just totally open deck. I really liked that build a lot. And then you got the exact opposite in Chad's build, where he's got it all. Like if there's an option, he has it. And it's very similar to Austin's, actually. They're almost the same. So, man, Austin versus Chad. Excuse me. Austin versus Chad. We could do a flip a coin. Which color kayak? I think the same color.
If it ends up being them, it's going to be a flip of a coin. All right. So there was the autopilot for Dontrell. Dontrell's rocking the autopilot.
The blue autopilot, yeah.
And then Hoover, if you guys didn't see, is I need his pictures because he didn't actually show much of it. He only posted 5 pictures. But yeah, so he's rocking the PWR 129. And yeah, just super techy setup.
It is.
I like it.
I'm going Dontrell. Just Chad's too cluttered for me. That's just the way I fish. It's still too cluttered for me.
Yep. All right. I gotta post the poll though, because I gotta do my other job.
I would love to. I'm gonna try and get back in here, but it's not, I don't think it's gonna let me.
I'd love to support. All right. What is it? What's Dontrell's last name?
Oh.
What'd you did?
Nothing good.
Paul broke it. If anything breaks, it's Paul's fault. Was it? Got Sullivan. There we go. I just wanted to spell his name right.
10K sweaty fishing goes 65 bots watching.
Got it.
I hope not.
Probably. I mean, who wants to watch this stuff anyways? Let's be for real. All right, and post. All right. To do it? Oh no. Go up. There it is. Dontrell, Sullivan, Chad, Hoover. What are we going with? So Dontrell's got the autopilot. I like his setup a lot. He's got a lot of really nice custom mods on it too. And then we got Mr. Hoover with the PWR, aka Austin Hoover and Chad Hoover's kayak, because
they're similar. I like Austin's better. I'm going Dontrell.
I'm going Dontrell as well, and so is Chad. But we're only at 12 votes, so you guys got to clickety clack those buttons. Robots watching, please. Click all pictures that include a moped or a stop sign. Are you a robot? Captcha was not clicked. Cannot vote. Make sure you click the right buttons. Dontrell is still crushing it. 67%. Nope. 70. Nope. 68. Nope.
I mean, 67. 20. Okay.
He's holding it down.
He's holding
I
it
think
down.
he's got it.
I think he's got it. But, hey, no shade to Chad's build. He's always got a sick kayak. Yeah. Dontrell's a smooth, man. It's pretty smooth with it. And the bow mount motor is a game changer.
All right. Who we got next? We got
Next, we will have, well, we're going to go back the other way. So we're going to go back to the east. We'll have Chad Davidson. That's the dude that beat Drew. That's the guy with like the, I think was that the other Old Town, right? Another one. And he's the one who had the like 19 two extra wide crates and had like friggin' a ton of boxes. Just the one with the line retriever or the lure retriever.
Yeah, this rig was sick.
Versus Seth Yates.
Yep. So nice rig for Chad Davison here. I like that one a lot. The autopilot. Get an autopilot. Gonna be tough to beat that.
Yeah, it's tough to beat, man.
And then we're going up against whom? Seth?
Seth Yates. Yeah, that's right.
Seth Yates.
I don't remember Seth for whatever. Oh, yeah.
Blue New Canoe. The New Canoe.
Catfishing rig.
Rigged up for catfishing. Sick.
Oh my! I think I'm gonna go Seth.
I'm going Seth on this one.
I think I
feel like I got to.
I think I'm going Seth on that one. I can actually. I'm back in, so I can do the poll.
Too late. Posted it.
Well,
you can do the next one.
I will vote for.
All right. So vote on which rig here. That's moving on to the semis after this, I believe. So we got Chad Davison, Seth Yates. So Chad has the autopilot. Seth has that unlimited. That unlimited. That's a sick build, dude.
It's
gonna be hard.
Chat is speaking loud and clear. 69%.
Oh, nice. All right,
nice.
So, let's get a couple more votes in on this one. We go to the semis. And then we're
it's tightening. Holy crap! We're 48. Every vote is swinging it wildly.
We'll give it a minute, but again, I liked Seth's unlimited rig. I think it was built really well. Yeah, had a lot of cool accessories that I would.
Well, he has that monster Minn Kota on the front, 70-pound thrust.
Oh, he's got the beast because he's probably powering it down heavy rivers, heavy current.
I mean, that, and he's got a ton of battery power too. It's really close. He's barely eking this one out. Chad with Chad's rig is a fishing machine too. These things are all just I love
these are all fishing machines. That's what they
are. They really all are.
All right. Let's give it no more votes.
One more vote.
One more vote.
Can someone push a button? Use your thumb. Use your forefinger. I don't
swing
care.
that vote, baby. Seth.
All right, let's do the five count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seth Yates, you win, my friend.
Moving on.
Advances.
All right. So here
Wesley
we are.
Gray versus Gene Jensen.
Oh no, we got one more. That's right. Gosh dang.
I will start the poll.
Thank you. All right. So pulling up the cleanest rig in the game, which would be Wesley's right here. This thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And so one of the best hulls ever designed for tournament fishing.
Yeah,
versus another PWR. That's 3 PWRs in the vote.
Autopilots and PWRs and unlimiteds were the top 3 kayaks listed in this entire thing.
The unlimiteds, dude, and you notice the unlimiteds were all like super custom because like if you get an unlimited, you're getting into a project.
Yep.
Wesley's dominating. Gene
super clean. We all just looked at Gene's, but I'll pull him back up again.
Gene's got 5 freaking batteries in there.
And Starlink. Lest we forget.
He has got Tony Stark's kayak.
Tony Stark's kayak for 100,000%. Freaking guy. Insane setup. Super high tech. Probably the highest tech of all of these voted on in the Yak Off Awards. Yeah. Who else has Starlink? You're thinking of Drew with 78 batteries, but this is Starlink.
I think actually Drew had the most batteries.
I think Drew is a battery.
Drew is a battery.
He's the additional battery.
He's the human man. Probably.
I am just 2 normal human mans. Yeah. So what are we voting on, people? What are we going with?
I think we're done here. 21 votes. Wesley's got 81%. We are done.
The Yak Offs have been shaken up, my dude.
Okay,
if you go to their website, it's totally different results right now.
Well, so I'm going to pull up. I have it right below. So watch.
People have been speaking.
You ready?
I'm ready. Do it.
So I have right below here. You can just look at them both right next to each other.
I'm trying.
Boom. So look, if you share your screen, go back to the. I pulled it down. Yep. So. I'll get rid of. We had in the bottom that you
all
can
different.
Yep. The bottom that you can see here is what actually happened. So it ended up being Ethan Jett, who in ours, Austin Hoover ends up beating him. But Ethan Jett makes it, and then goes up against Jake Suvak. And so Jake, in the initial round in ours, lost, and Chad Hoover made it through. And then Dontrell Sullivan, who lost in the first round, makes it all the way. So in the West, in the real bracket, Ethan Jett, Jake Suvak. In ours, Austin Hoover, Dontrell Sullivan, totally different. And then if you go over to the East, what actually happened, Chad Davidson goes all the way to the finals to go against AJ Ramirez, who that's probably one of my favorite builds. But no way. Wesley Gray with the clean rig goes all the way in ours, and Seth Yates goes all the way in ours with the unlimited build. So we swapped
totally different top four.
Yeah, totally different top four. So we got nothing to compare against. And do they have the finals? I think it is.
No, the finals have not occurred yet. I don't believe. Hang on. So here's I could have just shown this one too. Here's where we are right now. So we're actually voting April 28th to May 4th. So you guys have 4 more days if you want to vote. It's Ethan Jett versus Jake Suvak right now. Again, Ethan Jett had the Ike Edition, the red Hobie 360. Jake's running the Vibe Shearwater. Both really cool builds.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to take it, Paul?
Well, so let me look at this. So
I think Ethan's taking it. It'll be close. I guarantee.
Chad Davidson's not going to win. Jake,
yeah, probably not.
If it were me voting, it would go down. It would go down again. It would be. I think AJ wins it if it's my voting.
Yeah, if it was.
If I'm predicting the people, I think I have to agree with you. I think Ethan Jett beats Jake, and then I think
Gene beats
Chad. Lose. I think it's AJ Ethan, and if it's AJ Ethan, I think the people. If he has the dart picture in there.
You're mixing you're mixing the two brackets up. You mean really? Ethan Gene. So you mixed our bracket with their bracket. So it's I think the way the actual bracket's going to shake out is Ethan will be in the championships and Gene will be in the championships, and then Gene's probably taking it.
Oh, did I do it backwards in mine? So is it Gene Jensen beat AJ Ramirez?
No, look at my screen right now. We're talking about the actual Yak Off Awards.
Yeah,
I was asking. Are you? Ours? No, my dude.
So that's why I said. So when I did the bracket, I filled it out wrong. So Gene actually beat AJ already. So I had it backwards. That's the only reason. So I have to delete that and I have to advance Gene. Yeah.
Gene
I was like, yeah. No, I see that. I had it wrong in when I put it in our because I'm looking at the Excel sheet. So in the Excel sheet, I had it wrong. So I had Chad versus Gene. So if it's Ethan and Gene, which I think it would be. It's probably Gene's probably gonna. I mean, I would vote Gene, but I think the people will vote Ethan.
Yep. I think the people could potentially give this to Ethan, but I think Gene he's got the clout, man. He's got the Starlink. I think he's got.
I can't believe Gene beat AJ. AJ's rig is sick,
and it wasn't close. It was 65-35.
That's why people have no idea about one boot goofing. They have no clue.
I just don't get it. You got to get in a new canoe. You got to get the EPS and try it out.
Suvak is in the chat, bro. We love
you. Suvak's like,
I love dark horse. Look, I feel bad, like even doing this, but at the same time, I have to look. Ethan, I wouldn't have. No offense, Ethan's probably a cool guy, and I love the bathtub crate. I would not have voted him all the way through. I didn't. I would have taken 2 or 3 other rigs before him, but you got to go. The people love a matched trailer kayak. What are you gonna do?
Give the people what they want. All right, so let's jump over to our finals, our semis.
All right.
So now we're voting on the championship. There will be a runner-up in the toilet bowl as well. No offense to whomever that is. But now we're voting on vibes, people. We've gone through all the kayaks. We've seen them all a couple dozen times. Now let's dive in. So we've got next poll. If you want to pull it up, Paul,
I'll do it. Yeah. What you want to do? Austin Dontrell.
Austin and Dontrell. So again, going back, Austin Hoover has the Bonafide PWR 129 loaded to the gills. He's got everything you could ever put on that dang thing. And he's got the dual crates in the back. Thing is insane. And he's going up against Dontrell Sullivan, which we just looked at a second ago. And Dontrell is running the autopilot. And he has basically just everything that you need on it and nothing that you don't. The guy's rocking it. Yeah. Very well utilized space on his setup. So between the two, Austin Hoover.
Oh man, what are you doing, Jeff?
Well, I'm sharing the right tab. There we go. That's what I gotta do. All right. So between the two, Austin Hoover, Dontrell. I've said it 20 times tonight. It's hard to beat an autopilot, dude.
I'm going autopilot. That is the smoothest rig.
Yep.
Very open. I love the way he did his screens. I love the way he did his net. I like his rear compartment is clean. That's my kind of setup. I love that kind of setup. There's no way I'm winning the Yak Offs. There's no way I'm going to make it past the first round with my kayak. There's just no way. I'd have to submit my fully loaded U10 and I'd have to win off video. I'm not winning off. There's no way I'm winning any other way.
Just don't use the fisheye. Take some good pictures.
I think when I make my video though, I think I'm going to have to pull some clips from me actually fishing out of it.
Yeah. No, well, 100% you have to. That's like a requirement.
No one else did.
Videos. Yes, they all did. They all did. I was walking through the videos all night. They all did.
I didn't see I saw not very much fishing. I saw pictures.
Everybody had a catch, and well, it's because I was skipping through the YouTube.
Yeah, that's probably.
But yeah, they were good in there. Yep. All right. So Dontrell with 58% over 42%.
It's close
right now. Dontrell.
This is what you would hope for with the semifinals.
Yep, I think so. They should be close. Otherwise,
we're only at 12 votes, you guys. This is the semifinals. Can I get to 20? Holy crap.
Help a brother out.
Yeah, please. Push some buttons. What happened to everyone's thumbs? Do the bots not have thumbs?
The bots don't have thumbs. I don't know if you know this.
That's the problem.
There's your problem.
How do we get bots thumbs?
The bots are not functioning. It's okay. Where are we at, people? We're
at 18. Oh, and it's switched. Oh my god.
As soon as we gave it a second, it totally flipped. Oh my gosh. Top 10 kayaks from our followers every month says
top 10. You think we can't even get 10 people to vote? You think we're gonna get 10 people to submit kayaks?
We have 18 votes. Get out of here. Yeah, so tell me more about what you mean by this video. Is this like people submit...
right? Do not give the bots thumbs, Terminator.
Is this like people would submit their builds? That would be kind of cool. That'd be fun. I would love for people just to show us pics of their builds and then like just DM us, and then we could vote on like the best one that we saw.
I feel bad doing this right now. Now I gotta take our people and we gotta put them again. We're like pit vipers.
There's blood
here?
in the water.
It's like
pick your favorite kid.
It's like chicken fights. I didn't need to do that.
Who's your favorite kid? Which one?
Yeah, seriously. I think Austin's got it. 19 votes. No one else is voting. Can I get to 20? Someone get a thumb.
5 count.
Push up.
5 count it.
5, 4, tres, dos, uno. That's it.
Wow. You speak the second most Spanish. All right.
Second most, baby.
So we're pulling it. Austin Hoover moves on. Dontrell, sorry, man. We thought you had a great build.
Holy smokes.
All right. So now, Dontrell, you got a chance.
Now it's Seth Yates.
Be third.
Now it's Seth Yates versus Wesley Gray. I'm going to get that in there.
Awesome. All right. So next up, we got Seth Yates is he had the Catfish Unlimited, right? So it's a great way to call it. It's basically rigged up for catfishing. He's got dual screens up front. He's running the upgraded horsepower bow mount, and then he's got the do you have a stern mount on that too? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Hang on.
If he did, I definitely know where my boat is now. That thing's hard to beat.
Dual motors, right?
Oh, is it really?
Hang on. Oh my gosh, I can't even see. I think so.
Just go to the parts list at the bottom.
I'm looking through it. I don't see anything for a rear motor. No. I think it's just
with the NK 180 is what got me about Wesley's. I like it, but that's not gonna be flying. There's no way. So I'm going Seth Yates. I love that rig. I love a good custom job personally. And no shade to Wesley, but as a kayak rigger myself, like that's why I connect so well with AJ's because like it's so custom, like nobody did it. You know what I mean?
That's what I look for. Yeah.
That's just me personally. Like I know that other people, like obviously the people love Wesley's and they should. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm going Seth, me personally.
Yeah. I think I'm going Seth on this one as well. So
I will say if you sat down in Wesley's, you'd be like,
I'd be so stoked.
Like
I'd be
Star Trek.
happy.
And
Also, milk crates. Also,
the milk crate. That's hard to beat.
I mean, come on.
And the trailer, she does have that sick trailer, like rolling up to the lake with the tubes and then just sliding back, dude. That would be.
It is clutch setup. All right, so chat, where we at? Seth is winning it by a lot, 69% to 31%.
Michael wrote, at this rate, we'll have 4 votes in the finals.
Noted. Fine, we won't do this bracket again. My bad.
I love this.
I had fun with it.
This is cool.
All right, so let's pull this one. Creeping up, 60-40.
Nah, it's
too bad pulling it. All right, we got to go to the finals. It's at 10 o'clock.
All right, done. So, was it Seth?
It was Seth. Seth took the dub there.
New Canoe advances.
So we got the New Canoe Unlimited from Seth, which we just talked about, up against Austin Hoover in the championship. This is the PWR 129. So what are we voting on, chat? We're going Austin Hoover with the PWR, fully loaded to the gills, or Seth's very conscious, also kind of technical, New Canoe Unlimited that he's catching giant cats on.
I'm going Austin Hoover.
Are we? All right, let's set up the vote.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. God, I'm so excited. I'm like, what are people going to vote? What are you going to pick? Well,
what are you guys voting for?
Why don't you ask them, you idiot?
It's coming up. 1 second.
Sorry, everybody. I know there's 7 people clamoring to vote.
They are. And every vote counts.
Felt like scrabbling. Where do I put my thumbs?
All right, robots, sit this one out. Everybody else, real people.
All right,
you're in.
People are really wanting to vote.
Let's see if we get 20 for our championship finals. How about that? So we got Seth with an early lead over Austin Hoover, and now it's dead even. Instantly,
it's dead. Good. That's how it should. I hate it when it's a landslide in the championship. You know?
That means that something went wrong. Exactly.
Well, we're gonna have a runner-up too, you guys. So you'll get a second chance here.
All right, so where are we at? 53-47. Seth has the lead right now.
Wow, let's
potentially
go.
Squeezing this one out.
New Canoe.
This would be a big upset.
Oh, 50-50.
Oh, man.
Soon. 18 votes, guys. We can get to 19. We just did it. We could do it one more time. Which bot found a thumb? What are we doing here?
We got a vote from Facebook for Austin Hoover. Is that a +1? Do we count it?
Wait, what happened?
Facebook vote. There's no polls on Facebook. It's only on YouTube.
You gotta throw it in there.
+1.
Good try, Steven.
What do you mean good try? His vote doesn't count? What are you trying to say here?
How am I going to count it?
I think we go a +1.
Well, then it's still 50-50.
It would be 50-50. Right now we're sitting at 19 votes. That would round it out to 20. Can we get one more vote for the championship?
Someone's got. Well, no, because one more. Are you saying so? Right now it's 50-50.
Yep.
Okay.
One more would break it. We need one more vote.
Whoa.
The tiebreaker
Seth
vote.
Yates.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, Seth would squeeze it out. It'd be 53-47.
Oh my! Are we pulling? All right, I'll give
51.
it the 10 count.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7,
I think
6, 5. Find a thumb. 3.
Find a thumb.
2.
Steven, I counted your vote. You're
1. Good. Facebook calling not enough. Seth Yates wins it.
With the Facebook
rig wins. What?
Wow.
Unreal. So wait. Wow. So now is it? Who's the? What
you got to pull the poll. Here? It could change. There it is. All right. Cool.
Who's doing the runner-up?
All right. So let's vote runner-up. So we got our champion. Seth Yates, congrats on your New Canoe Unlimited build. We love it. Austin Hoover taking second place, and now we got to do the toilet bowl. So now we're going down the drain, swirling on down. Just kidding. We got Wesley Gray with the beautiful Hobie 360 up against Dontrell Sullivan with the autopilot. Yeah, very nice autopilot setup that he's got. So one more vote for the night. Then we're doing Slow Rolling Thunder. We're out of here. So let's make this last vote count. All my robots in the room, do your vote. All the people, do your vote. Instantly 50-50, like that. Let's see where we go with this one. The instant 50-50, and then the poll away. We're at 10 votes. Let's get to 20 votes on this. Does Wesley pull a redemption tour? Because Wesley got knocked out right away, unfairly. She was pretty stacked. Well, not unfairly. She was stacked against AJ Ramirez, actually, which is a tough spot to be.
That is that was tough.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
Oh no, rough. My page broke. Reload. Where's the poll? There it is.
What do you need?
Wesley is crushing it.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely dominating.
The run. All right. Are we done here? I mean,
I think that's a runaway. We pull it. That's it. Congrats to Wesley for third place.
Look at that. Not a single one of these people was in it in the actual Yak Offs.
Were the Yak Offs right, or were the Yak Offs wrong? What was different? What happened? I think
crazy.
a lot of it, you guys, is just the videos, the photos, and the marketing. Like you have to, in order to win the Yak Offs, you have to get votes. You have to go out there and get those votes.
You got to pound the pavement.
Yeah,
AJ is working the audience. He's working the audience.
That's the way you got to do it. So congrats to our champion, Seth Yates. Then we got runner-up, Austin Hoover. Third place, Wesley Gray. Fourth place, Dontrell Sullivan.
Just to be clear, I'm not giving you a check for however many dollars that you win, and I'm not sending you any of the stuff that you're supposed to win. That's not happening.
We should have done that top of the show.
Jake was like, come on, guys.
Jake's running behind the scenes right now, just posting. He's like, "Hey, make sure you go vote for me.
Go vote on this live podcast so I can win nothing."
He's the 47 bots in the room. Just like,
he's like, "Use your thumbs."
Why can't you use your thumbs? It's not working. All right. So that was. What
do I pay you people for?
You don't pay us anything. We're robots. We're like ChatGPT. You abuse us and make us do all of your work.
Yeah, that's right.
It's great. Never say thank you. Never say please.
Yeah, I actually do. When I type in a Copilot, I'm like, could you please?
And then I'm like, thank you. That was great. And I'm like, per my last request.
Like, did you by chance have that form ready for me yet?
Hope you had a great weekend, ChatGPT. Just checking in. How are things?
How you doing, bro? How's the family?
At your earliest convenience, can you put together for me a blog
ChatGPT? How's Daddy doing?
Yeah. How's Daddy? All right, let's do a slow rolling thunder because we're already rolling out of here. Okay. So do you want to I don't know if you saw this in the show notes. I put this slow rolling thunder.
I don't have anything.
Just for you. I'll let you read it. Because I feel like you have a story to tell.
What's going on?
Okay,
you son of a brick. Well, what about you? What have you lost?
I'll answer as well. But all right, I wanted you to share your story.
The question for Slowing Thunders: what is the most expensive thing you've had go overboard in a kayak and have lost? Look, for me, I just lost probably $500 worth of rod and reel, and a JDM jig.
Yeah. Paul had his spinning. We were on the river this weekend, which we recorded
early in the day. First time, I never even got to cast it once. Reached for it, knocked it off the boat. Bye-bye. See you later.
And I was like, at least it wasn't your Great Lakes finesse rod, but it was the Cash-In Icon, which is $260 rod.
Equally PO'd about.
And then did you figure out which spinning reel?
I haven't looked. I'm too depressed to do it. I'll have to do when I edit it.
It wasn't your Stratic, right? It was
probably a $200 reel. No. $500. Just bye.
The whole time I was like, I hope.
I think I handled it pretty well. I think I handled that pretty well.
Paul had a moment, and then after that moment, we fished the rest. It
was like 2 minutes of not happiness.
I was mildly concerned that it was going to ruin his trip, but it did not.
I didn't let that happen, and actually, I had a little boom moment later on in the day.
2 hours later, you had a big jig hook set. It was fantastic. Yep. Nice little tree pounder.
Yeah.
Not trees. It wasn't a tree. It was a fish. It was a 3-pounder.
Yeah, which it still baffles me. I looked at the clip of that fish catch. I still can't believe that's a 3-pounder.
Oh, they were fat. You guys,
it should have been. I feel like that should have been a bigger fish.
We hit a new section of the Grand, and we ran a long distance on the Newports, and we only got into largies and like 2 pike, and I got swiped out a couple times with another pike, and that pike
actually murdered my 5-inch mag draft. Thanks for nothing. And that fish got absolutely. It's the worst case scenario for a pike. It got one treble under the gill or under his neck, and then it hooked his top and the inside, so his with a treble closed his mouth, so you can't get in there and press it back. And then even when you do that, the other one, all 3 were hooked on the inside of his mouth, and I was like, well, come on, man.
He annihilated that swim bait. It was nuts.
Hammered it.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you lost the rod combo overboard. That was upsetting. I had a rather expensive day on the water. I've talked about it on the show before. I think that probably takes a cake for me. Was that day when I was in the Hobie, we went down the river. Yeah, I broke the mast on the Mirage Drive. I lost a brand new Dobbins setup.
Fury.
It was the Fury medium light, and it was my Ned rig setup, and it had President XT on it. And then I lost a side plate off of my Abu Garcia Revo.
That's pretty bad day.
It was, yeah.
I blew up a rod that day too.
You hockey stick hiked one. You were just like, and it exploded.
You know what's crazy? I did the same thing this trip. And you know what's nuts? They didn't break, but when I did it, you heard it. You heard it hit the side of my kayak.
Oh, yeah.
When it did that and everything got tangled, when I was untangling it, the lure, I think it was that treble hook mag draft.
Yeah.
When I did that, the treble hook went through not the whole of the guide, the actual metal of the guide, the top guide of my Cashin. Like the hook point went through a solid metal piece of aluminum of the guide.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never seen that happen in my life. I can't believe it happened. It was like 1 in a billion. I can't believe it. Wild. I really hope I got it close enough on camera so you can see it because it was insane. I should have taken a picture of it. It was I couldn't duplicate that if I did that 1,000 times.
Yep. Jeez. All right. Well, there you go. That's reliving a little bit of pain, but I wanted you to share the story with the people.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right. So tonight went long. We had some fun. Hopefully you guys did too. What?
I'm reading your next question.
Oh, no, we're not. We're going to save that one for the next show.
Good.
Good. We'll go 3 other. None, please.
Did I go by myself?
Right. I was thinking 1, just party of 1. Preview question for another show. I was asking if you went on a fishing road trip with some other anglers. And you, unfortunately, Paul, you get stuck with me, too bad. But you get 3 other people that we're going to bring along, who we bring in and why, and we'll get into that.
I apologize to those anglers. If it's Jeff and I you're traveling with, you're on the trip with us.
Yep, you're going to have a time. It's basically the end of this show every week, all the time.
For 9 hours, but all work related?
Yeah, semi work related. All right. So yeah, we had fun hanging out with you guys tonight. Thank you for your votes. Robots, thank you for nothing. And we'll be back again next week. And do we have a guest coming up soon? It's not next week, is it? Yes.
Before we talk about guests and next stuff, if we didn't call this out, do you mind going back to the Yak Off's page?
I literally just closed it.
I know.
So absolutely not.
I apologize for this, but you guys, when Jeff pulls this up, I want you guys to see when you can vote every day of the week for each one of these bracket challenges. So when you do the voting through the Yak Off website, every time you vote, you're entered to win an insane prize pack. Like you win a kayak, a motor, a battery, the Guardian Angel, and the Malone wheels. Like that setup, I think it's a Hoodoo, right? That prize pack is bananas. Like you basically get a fully rigged out party boat just for voting, like doing the thing. So go in there, vote. Next time, vote for us when we're in there, obviously. But yeah, this is freaking cool. This prize pack is insane. Well done, Kayak Angler Magazine. And honestly, all the companies obviously supporting them, including D Hooker and Guardian Angel and all these Hoodoo and whatnot. So Malone for sure, Newport, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, dude, go vote. Like, go win this insane. I would vote if I might just vote so I can win.
You should. Why wouldn't you? Do it right now.
It's insane. Sorry, I'd be remiss if I didn't open it up, letting you know that just by voting, you can win all that stuff.
Yep. And then when do we have our next guest coming on? Is it like 2 weeks out? It's in May, right?
I already forgot who it is and I don't even know what's wrong with me.
I think it's Fishhook. Fishhook's Harry, no?
Oh, it is. Yeah. It's the second week. Is it the second week of May? I think I put it on the calendar.
All right. Well, we got a guest coming up. It'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a fun show. But next week,
super fun.
Next week, we got to talk fishing. I feel like we got to get into some spring tackle, things that we got going on. Trips coming up, new kayaks coming in. So
I will tell you guys, if you join us on the members only, it's going to be completely bonkers. The amount of stuff going on right now is crazy.
And members only is on the 13th, May 13th.
May 13th, Tuesday.
Thank you. 8:15 p.m. Eastern. So if you're a member, join us then. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, you guys. We gotta hop off tonight, so we appreciate you, and we'll catch you all later. Bye, nerds.